Hello everyone, I am BowserJrXD, and welcome to the South Point 400 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. I don't know why I suddenly defaulted to an Australian accent, but I just did. Trying to load up the starting lineup. Of course, I should also so I gotta find the lineup. There we go. But I also gotta put this thing on social media. Where's my phone? There we go. Also gotta get my stream started up. And of course, the computer is being a piece of crap. Almost ready.
They need a network that's built right. That's why we created Verizon Frontline, the advanced network and technology built right for first responders.
Almost done. Also, now is Twitter and Instagram.
In a relentless world, connected but alone, trapped by illusion. But there is another path, where the battle to belong.
I can't see who's up. Like in the chat right now, because I forgot to charge some of my stuff, so I'm. Almost ready though.
Feel the spark again in our powerful hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
There's about to be a show.
There we go.
Start with fire. Fire in the engine bays.
And now, race fans, for the most famous words in motorsports, please welcome UFC President Dana White.
Well, I forgot about him. Dana White, you little smug bastard. You sound bald. Because you are. Alright, now let me find the starting lineup again.
A couple playoff drivers will have to fight their way out of a hole to start this race. And a couple Las Vegas natives. Milestone start for this. That's all that.
I'll wait till they get back, actually, from commercial.
Are in the community. On the networks of NBC.
There'll be 38 cars in the lineup.
What is this place? Finding your new favorite spot. Piece of. You know, you really have to try this cake. Get exclusive access to sought-after restaurants. One of the many reasons you're with Amex Platinum.
When it comes to true crime,
You said you got your monster. I'm not joking.
I guess you can say it's in our blood. Oxygen. We live and breathe true crime.
Hydration. My body craves it.
NASCAR on NBCSN is brought to you by South Point Hotel, Casino, and Spa. For the racers stay in Las Vegas. Credit One Bank, the official credit card of NASCAR. Visit GoCreditOne.com. And by Toyota.
Okay.
It's a gambler's dream. I mean, it's a place of big opportunities and action.
Almost like you take the whole world in Las Vegas. It's just an experience of all experiences.
You can come to this city and have a chance to do anything you could in the whole wide world. It makes it one of a kind.
Have fun, let's have fun. All right. Hello, Twitter. You're a little crazy, are you? What is it about gambling, dog man?
I want to get the thrill of making the good bet and having it come through for me.
I believe it's the rush of the wins, the rush of the losses.
The risk and the opportunity, a chance to win, makes me come out.
The big part of winning is not being afraid to lose big.
You cannot be scared if you want to come out and gamble.
You have to be willing to put it on the line. If you're not willing to put it out there, you're not going to win it.
All gamblers have to have the same mindset, willing to risk if they want to win.
You have to be fearless.
Damn, I'm ready to rip somebody's freaking head off. You can't play on scared money.
If you don't play smart, you won't play long.
Let go!
Mentality that you're going to go for it and put it all on the line.
The better the bet, the more you should bet. The bigger the advantage, the bigger the reward.
Well, when I sit down at that table, I play to win. I'm not there to lose.
Every race, really every move that these drivers make is a gamble. And they have to weigh the pros and cons in a split second. Doing things at over 170 miles an hour here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. I want to take a look at the starting grid brought to you by South Point Hotel, Casino, and Spa. Up front, it's Kyle Larson and Ryan Blaney. Larson, that win a week ago. In row 2.
Alright, starting lineup now. I still didn't get it yet, somehow. I clicked the starting lineup, I thought.
Earlier today, a little bit deeper in the field, there's Chase Elliott. He'll start in row 6. Tyler Reddick
Starting...
the championship
son of
in
a...
row 7. Continue on back through the field. You saw Eric Almirola, his name also to the rear. They also
Come on. Damn it.
twice. So they're headed to the
Wish I had it faster.
all the way through the rear of the
Starting 38, driving the number 66, Fat Boy Ice Cream Toyota for MBM, JJ Yaley. Starting 37th, driving the number 15, Envy Donate Life Chevrolet for Rookware Racing, Joey Gase. Starting 36th, driving the number 00, Eagle Rock Wealth Chevrolet for Starcom Racing, Quinn Alf. Starting 35th, driving the number 51, Nerdtech ODT Chevrolet for Rookware Racing, Cody Ware. Starting 34th, driving the number 78, International Materials Ford for Live Fast Motorsports, BJ McLeod. Starting 33rd, driving number 77, Nations Guard Chevrolet for Spire Motorsports, Justin Haley. Starting 32nd, driving number 38, Dockside Logistics Ford for Front Row Motorsports, Michael McDowell. Anthony Alfredo. Starting 31st, driving number 52, Keep It Secure Ford for Rickway Racing, Josh Bilecki. Starting 30th, driving number 53, Redline Chevrolet for Rickway Racing, Garrett Smithley. Starting 29th, driving the number 6, Guaranteed Rate Ford for Rick Roush Fenway Racing, Ryan Newman. Starting 28th, driving the number 41, Dixie Vodka Greyhound Cocktail Ford, Cole Custer. Starting 27th, driving the number 7, Built Bar Chevrolet for Spire Motorsports, Corey LaJoy. Starting 26th, driving the number 99 Chevrolet for Team Trackhouse Racing, Daniel Suarez. Starting 25th, driving the number 17, Roush Racing Fenway Racing Ford for Roush Fenway Racing, Chris Busher. Starting 24th, driving the number 37, Natural Light Vodka Chevrolet for JTG Doherty Racing, Ryan Priest. Starting 23rd, driving the number 34, CarParts.com Ford for Front Row Motorsports, Michael McDowell. Starting 22nd, driving the number 47, Kroger Healthy Choice Chevrolet, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. for JTG Doherty. Starting 21st, driving number 23, Dr. Pepper Toyota for 2311 Racing, Bubba Wallace. Starting 20th, from the number 1, Monster Energy Chevrolet. I think Monster Energy. For Chip Ganassi Racing, Kurt Busch. Starting 19th, driving number 14, a One Cure Ford for Stewart Haas Racing, Chase Briscoe. Starting 18th, driving number 42, Clover Chevrolet for Chip Ganassi Racing, Ross Chastain. Starting 17th, driving number 10, Mobile One Ford for Stewart Haas Racing, Eric Almirola. Starting 16th, driving number 43, Medallion Bank Chevrolet for Richard Petty Motorsports, Eric Jones. Starting 15th, driving number 3, Bet MGM Chevrolet for Richard Childress Racing, Austin Dillon. Starting 14th, driving number 21, Suicide Prevention Lifeline Ford for the Wood Brothers, Matt DiBenedetto. Starting 8th, starting 13th, driving number 8, Cat Trial 11, Hot Wheels Chevrolet for Richard Childress Racing, Tyler Reddick. Now for the playoff drivers. Starting 12th, starting number 20, Sirius XM Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing, Christopher Bell. Starting 11th, starting number 9, Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports, Chase Elliott. Starting 10th, driving number 18, M&M's FLM Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing, Kyle Busch. Starting 9th, driving number 22, Pennzoil Ford, Joey Logano. Starting 10th, driving the number 8th, driving number 2, whatever is sponsoring him today, Ford for Team Penske, Brad Keselowski. Starting 7th, driving the number 48, Ally Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports. And, okay, let's see here. Byron and Truex have to go to the back, which sucks, but yeah. Alex Bowman. Starting 6th, driving the number 11, FedEx Office Toyota. Denny Hamlin for Joe Gibbs Racing. Starting 5th, driving the number 4, Subway Delivery Ford for Stewart Haas Racing, Kevin Harvick. Starting 4th, driving number 19, Bass Pro Shops Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing, Martin Truex Jr. Was starting 3rd, number 24, Exalta Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports, William Byron. Starting 12th, 2nd, driving number 12, Menards Ford for Team Penske, Ryan Blaney. And your pole winner, driving number 5, Tarleton and Son Chevrolet. For Hedrick Motorsports is Kyle Larson. And someone asked me in Discord if they're raced every day. No, just the weekends.
Everyone has been reset after points were reset to 3,000, and their playoff points continue to advance with them all the way through the round of 8. And then once they get to Phoenix, it will be no points. It's just who finishes in front of the other 3 that are part of the championship 4. So very important this race as we look forward to Talladega.
Alrighty.
The next 2 races of this round. So many of these playoff drivers making sure they don't make mistakes. They want to earn as many points as they possibly can, so they're not.
Let's see. Oh, hi. I didn't even notice. Hi, Hendrick fan 24/7. Great to see you. As well as No Tires, Just Gas. My perennial view, my perennial viewer. It's great to see you. You should even say okay. Here we go. We are ready to go green. Yes, we are. The second round of the playoffs will kick off here at Las Vegas.
All over the back bumper of that 12 as they went into turn 1.
Oh, Blaney to the lead.
Blaney out front, Larson running second now. Up to third, the 11 of Denny Hamlin.
Shade down in turn 1 and 2 is going to give that track a lot of grip, but where the sun is shining on 3 and 4, we'll keep this corner slick all day long until it cools off and the sun sets. These drivers
alrighty.
This racetrack.
See if Larson can get back around Blaney. I'm sure Larson is still not happy after Atlanta. Oh, but Denny Hamlin's going to pass Larson. Larson is my pick to win, by the way.
Side by side now for position. This is for second as Hamlin fighting with Larson early in this race for that spot.
Alrighty. Oh, we got a guy going passing 3 wide. It's a 21 of Matt DiBenedetto.
Excuse me, the 21 of Matt DiBenedetto.
And he just sliced his way up to a 4th position. What a fantastic move.
Max on the march right here.
Come on, dude. We've known you wanted to win a race for a long time. We all want you to win a race for a long time. Go get that W. Especially because so far this weekend, no playoff driver has won a race. You had Chris Hidekis winning the truck race and Josh Berry winning the Xfinity race.
Up there in the second row, and look at all the cars that have gotten by him now. Here we see Larson to the inside, and Denny Hamlin trying the outside line to get by him for second.
Those two just duking it out while Blaney gets away. Oh, Bowman going the inside to pass Larson and DiBenedetto and Logano. Nice move by Bowman.
As much throttle as they use to get around this racetrack, when you get a run, you have to take it. Can't lift, try to help another guy. You got to create runs for people behind you.
I love this sound so much. Oh, the high octane energy, the horsepower, even if it only is 550.
And then in the end, it was Larson who was able to win at Bristol. Now, here comes the Racing driver.
But look at the drivers that had to start in the back. None of them are back in the top 20 yet.
So it's Denny Hamlin and Kyle Busch running second and third now.
Truex is up 22nd, and Byron is right behind him in 23rd.
A little bit of what we saw in the first race here early this year, but so much changes throughout the season. You wonder if any other teams have caught up or could be a part of this picture today, but the Gibbs and Penske cars traditionally run well this track.
Larson now with a little momentum, trying to fight back. Gets to the outside of Kyle Busch. Maybe a little side drafting as they go through the front stretch.
Rick, you mentioned during the starting lineups about William Byron in that 24 and that 19 of Martin Truex Jr. both going to the rear. Well, here they are, almost working together, a little separated now. You see the 24 right on the back of traffic. And look at the run the 19 has. That's on the bottom of your screen. Cracking inside the top 20 for both of these drivers.
My computer is working again.
And look at the run the 19 has. That's on the bottom of your screen. Cracking inside the top 20 for both of these drivers. Good recovery, making all the time up they can as Truex goes to the top 3 wide.
That's right here, Denny Hamlin on the inside. See what happens on corner exit.
Larson, watch your tempo.
Sometimes we'll see that outside lane really game momentum, but Denny Hamlin just side draft, big side draft. Now here comes Larson to push
Hamlin to
him
the
by.
lead.
Denny Hamlin to the lead at Vegas.
Now they're side for second. This is an opportunity for Kyle Busch, who's in fourth, to either push or help one of these drivers.
All right, Byron and Truex have now ran into the top 20. Byron's back in 18th, but Truex is back in 20th.
And right through here in 1 and 2, I know you drivers have talked about it a lot. We call it a bump. Some of you have called it a ramp, but how unsettling is that?
Larson's is back to fourth.
Still a slick racetrack.
There's multiple bumps down there in that corner.
You tell Larson to
As you
slow down. He's
enter
not
the
going to
corner,
freaking slow
before you ever
down.
get down in low, there's bumps on entry down into the center. Multiple bumps, and I think most of them are toward the bottom. Now, they have crept up the racetrack as this racetrack ages, but you can go around them. If you run this high line, it's not quite as bumpy up here as where it is where Denny's running right now, but if your car drives fast through those bumps, you don't mind running through them. The only reason you would not go through them is if it upsets and slows the car down. Dave, what you got on the 12?
So, Junior, it's no surprise to see Ryan Blaney running up front in the second place and having led the first 7 laps of this race. It's because of his crew chief, Todd Gordon. Todd won here with Joey Logano, very successful with Penske. And when Ryan knew that Todd was going to be his crew chief, talking about places like this, Ryan said, what do you guys do differently? He kind of knew, but Todd and him talked about it. He said, I want on board. Todd told me they focus differently. Ryan was a buy-in from the beginning, and it's proven very good for him since they've joined together.
Continuing good battle for the lead. A little bit further back, Brad Doherty mentioned somebody to keep an eye on today. Eric Jones in that 43 car.
Now I know exactly what's bugging my computer.
Good start for that team.
I need to find a different way to...
Top 10 for the 43 of Eric Jones.
I'll figure it out eventually. Probably just need more stable
in
internet.
2022. And right now in the top 10 here in Vegas, Hamlin, Blaney, Busch, Larson, Logano.
12 laps in and it's already commercial time.
In 2016, I was working at the Amazon warehouse when my brother passed away, and a couple of years later, my mother passed away. After taking care of them, I knew that I really wanted to become a nurse.
So, what should I do now?
Amazon helped me with training and tuition.
I can show you the playoff grid.
I'm
That's
a
what I
medical
can
assistant, and I'm studying to become a registered nurse.
Got the first stage. That's the first stage. You write down the points, and then what do? I've been watching too many freaking Blues Clues clips. So that's why I'm working this song. See, Kyle Larson's pretty far ahead. Look at that. 40 points ahead of second. So Larson, Truex, Hamlin, Blaney,
I need to try it
Kyle
first.
Busch, Elliott, Bowman, and Byron.
At USAA, we've been called too exclusive because we were created for officers. But as we've evolved with the military, we've grown to serve all who've honorably served, no matter their rank or when they were in. A Marine just out of basic.
And my goal for this is possible, right?
And even his kids
on set for have a good
made for all who've honorably served and their families. Are we still exclusive? Absolutely.
I'm on set. I'm on track to have a good
why you should join.
There's something I want to ask you.
Stream. Oh, and I just passed what I thought I wanted to do, which is have more than 5 concurrent viewers. I got to 6.
And I got it at T-Mobile.
Yes.
I thought you were going to talk about forever.
This is a value that lasts forever. Because when you get the new iPhone at T-Mobile, trade-in value is locked in.
So we can always have a new iPhone?
Yes. So, what do you say?
Now we're down to
Switch
2.
T-Mobile with
Oh
me?
well.
Yes.
We're going to T-Mobile.
Fall in love with iPhone. Get it on us now and upgrade every 2 years forever. Only at T-Mobile.
2 moms on a yacht. We're really in the backyard in a blow-up pool. Like, isn't this the life?
It is. You can pretend.
I pretend all day. Sonic, uncork slushes.
I could totally see myself drinking this on a boat.
Oh, yeah.
Raw power is an iron fist. Ram power puts it in a velvet glove. Raw power lifts with its legs. Ram power also lifts with its brains. Raw power gets it done. Ram power does what's never been done before by anyone. Discover Ram Power during Ram Power Days.
Get 0% financing for 72 months on select Ram 1500 models or $3,550 in total values on Ram 1500 Bighorn.
If you're new to NASCAR, as you watch tonight's race, follow along on Twitter at NASCAR Nation for a 101 type breakdown of what's happening on the track. We'll explain key terms you hear on the broadcast, and we can answer your questions as drivers open the round of 12 right here in the NASCAR playoffs from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Larson
Watching in third now.
trying to fend off that 18.
Yeah.
Those two running third and fourth right now as
Update on the drivers that were catcher from the back. Truex is still mired back in 19. Byron is up to 11th.
Kyle Busch is 600.
Never mind. He's that dude. Okay. Byron's a man on a mission here. He's up to 20th.
He's broken into the top 10 already.
Yeah, so I mentioned inside the top 20, but now he's passed. He just passed his teammate.
Damn, this car is on fire. Chase is not going to win. The Chase is horrible at Las Vegas. I wasn't expecting him to win. My expectation was Larson. But damn, that 24 is lightning fast. I also remind people, the 24 in his history has only ever won one race at Las Vegas. Damn, he just card passed Keselowski too. That car is bad fast.
Great start of this race for William.
Holy crap. Holy cow. I can see why he had the, they must have, imagine what that car would have been like if it didn't fail inspection twice.
This round of the playoffs and early in this race, a lot of speed. Doing himself easily up into the top 10. I just really impressed with this young man. Maturing right in front of our eyes.
He drives by his teammate Chase.
Third playoff appearance. One win this season at Miami. 17 top 10 finishes this season with a third place at Bristol last week to get himself into the race.
Back there, Martin Truex Jr. He's really kind of stalled out around 19th place, so pretty impressive.
Oh, Keselowski going on the inside to pass back for 9th.
Between Keselowski,
but the momentum on the high side for Byron.
This race since 2018 has the best average finish of any driver in Vegas, and that's important because going to the next two tracks, his average finish since 2018 at the Roval and at Talladega is worse than 15th.
I think these step-up moments, Junior, like William Byron right now, what we saw him do last week, what he's doing right now, that builds so much confidence. He went into Bristol.
They were dancing with clothing would wear. I don't know what clothing they'd wear, man. That's.
The next round, so with the pressure on, he was able to perform.
Could you imagine these guys in a onesie?
I mean, just whipping through the field. For a young driver, this can do tons for his confidence and help him moving forward.
But I worry, is his car too good too early? Because this track's going to change a bunch. You would think it's just going to gain grip and get faster, but I think that would be my concern. With the car this good this early,
they got to get to the front though.
This track when the sun goes down and it cools off.
Steve, did a driver just say his car was too good?
Well, that's because he's seen this happen before. Dale Jr. understands. Dale, I don't think it's a handling thing as much as just raw speed.
Yeah, I don't know what clothing
if the
they
track
wear.
cools and everybody else's handling improves, does this 24 just too draggy, right? Do they have too much downforce in it? Is that why it drives so good now during the day? As you brought up, I don't know if they have a plan, but if you and I were this 24 duo, we'd be working on a plan because it is impressive with the sun.
They were their friends. I wouldn't advise them to dance. I would advise them to go out and race.
23 laps. Your hope is that it's just going to keep getting better as the track gets better, but everybody else will too.
You know Rudy Fugle is smiling, and it's just a little bit tied off at the end of the run, guys. So he's giving feedback, giving his crew chief what he needs.
And that feedback is going to be great because here in a couple laps.
All right, Kyle Busch doesn't get past Larson. How about Dibby up there in 5th?
Crew chief to team to see if they need to make any adjustments at the competition caution.
And that's why NASCAR's numbers have been very consistent. I know we consider it old hat, but no practice. My entire career we had practice. It used to rain, and the conversation would be, would we ever start a race without practice? Now we've done it for almost 2 years. These guys have got to make it look so easy. I think we all forget these are the first laps these guys have seen. So great for William Byron. Cars that are struggling will really use this competition yellow to make adjustments.
Yeah, competition yellow should be any moment now, considering we're at lap 25.
Here, and they hope that they are. So far, it looks as though Hamlin and Blaney, they've got it right. They're out front. Hamlin's led 18 of the 25 laps so far. Blaney the other 7, and there's that competition caution. Amazing brothers with Kyle and Kurt Busch here. The 600th start.
Busch brothers are from Las Vegas.
Definitely now a Las Vegas Nate. He is a legend. The two brothers, Kyle making his 600 Cup Series start. Second youngest to do it. A two-time champion. 59 Cup Series wins. He's over 200. You see with Cup, Xfinity, and trucks all time. 222.
Adrenaline shock.
I mean, think
Keeps
about
me
this.
going.
He was fortunate enough to pull off the
This is
win
free
today.
advertising
60
from them,
wins,
because
600
frankly,
starts, 10%
I love
in
this
the
stuff.
toughest stock car
It
series
tastes
in the
delicious.
world. I mean, that,
And it
we
keeps
know
me
he's
regular.
good. Two-time champ, but I mean, those are some unreal numbers. Talk about winning percentages.
750th Cup Series start for his brother, Kurt. And Kurt always is quick to say my younger brother, my little brother. But his little brother has accomplished quite a bit. Kurt also very established with a championship himself.
And I feel bad for Kurt. I feel this one car, Chip Ganassi Racing, brought better cars when the playoffs started. It really comes down to that flat tire. Richmond eliminated him so early. We'll never know what could have happened. But his teammate in the 42 ran well enough that if Kurt just kind of could have had that race back, I think he would have had a chance of moving forward. You just never know where that's going to go. But that's, I mean, listen, that's the same for everybody. You have to have a good little bit of luck on your side.
So now the field making their way through turn 4. They will be able to come onto pit road if they so choose.
Expect to see them all. Fuel is required to make it to the end of the stage.
If you hit the brakes hard as they're coming on to pit road now, Kelly.
Denny Hamlin wasted little time getting to the front, but they have some work to do on this 11 car. He said he needs more security, especially over the bumps. They said he felt like he had a lot of travel, that he was bouncing up and down 4 Goodyear tires. His teammate Kyle Busch in the number 18 said it started off a little bit loose, but as he gave it more throttle, the car was getting tighter. 4 tires as well for the 18, Dave.
Ryan Blaney running second at that caution, needs more rear grip, and then entering turn 3 especially, it has to be way too easy. So there's going to be an air pressure reduction in the right rear. 4 Goodyear tires, Sunoco fuel. He's got that first pit stall. Was it an advantage here? No.
Kyle Busch grabs a couple spots on pit road. So does Harvick. He grabs one. Hamlin, Blaney drop a spot.
Welcome to the Chili 500, folks. We have a strong lineup today. Starting in row number 1 with the Wings.
A real contender coming in with a lot of heat, Bob.
Next is Sushi, who's been on a bit of a roll of late.
Oh, shut up.
Finally, we have
Sushi and rolls.
A rare choice for Jenny. All right, let's see what Jenny is going to order. Wow, tacos with the upset.
No matter what you're craving, order from DoorDash and get it delivered right to your door.
DoorDash, get more to your door.
Check that out. Internet that's one step ahead.
That's cute, but my internet streams to my ride.
Yeah? Well, mine's always got my back.
Okay, chill. Mine's faster than heart rate.
Okay, that's fast.
My internet's so fast, it keeps up with me. Yep, that's because you all have the same
Neither of
internet.
them are, except
Xfinity
Harvick
X
never
Five.
had Xfinity
It's
for a
so
sponsor
powerful,
as
it
far
keeps
as I
one-upping
know.
itself.
And they went to the purple.
We've broken world records and glued millions to their seats. And still, we're not done yet. Hispanic Heritage Month. Come with us.
We love going to games, but good seats get pricey. So we use Game Time. Game Time checks ticket prices in real time and finds you all the best last-minute deals. We got our seats 20 minutes ago for 60% off. Last-minute tickets at the best price in seconds. Download Game Time now.
I remember when I lost my mind.
Rich wallet. It's smaller, lighter,
There was
and a lot
something
more
so pleasant
convenient than
about
my
that
old leather wallet.
place.
And helps me get rid of all
And
the
even your
junk that I
buttons are an
collected over
echo
the years.
and so
Ridge
much
is a
space.
huge upgrade. Get your Ridge wallet at ridge.com.
When you're out there without a care, yeah, I was out of touch. But it wasn't because I didn't know enough. I just knew too much. Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Possibly. And we're back with the race. I know, I'm not gonna eat at frickin' Sonic. You can't make me. This stuff looks frickin' nasty. Why do I want a burger on bread? I want buns. Not slices.
Today's aerial coverage brought to you by Geico. We look down on that mile-and-a-half racetrack. A little issue coming on to pit road
Bell.
for the 20.
Bell, you've had so many problems with this.
Yeah, Christopher Bell just trying to get closed up behind that one car as quickly as he could. You can see the 3 car kind of turned to the left. I think the 1 checked up. See right there? The 1 went to pull up.
Oh, God.
Christopher just misjudged it. Got that right front, Dave.
22 of Joey Logano coming down pit road. Hit the left rear lugs one more time.
Oh, man, that sucks. He's getting cut this round. Chase, you mean, or Logano? Chase, as you mentioned earlier, Logano, as I mentioned now, or Bell, as I just mentioned. Because I think both Logano and Bell are going to be cut.
Early in the race, was just, you know, you don't want to keep yourself in harm's way. Look at that repair work on the right front of the 20.
Yes, Steve, these playoffs.
No, I hope you were having time. Okay, Bell. Yeah, I can totally see that. Bell it's not amateur hour anymore. Damn, 93 playbacks? Holy cow. 97 now. We are. I'm set to, I think I might pass a record here. My own personal record. I hit about over 100 last time. With an average, okay, well, it's an average view in under 40 seconds. It's not saying much. Here we go. Going into turn 1, Larson pushes Hamlin. Blaney pushes Busch. Ooh. It's a 5-car gaggle at the front. Hamlin and Busch battling side by side. Still don't know who's. We still don't really have a clear leader here. Kyle Busch and Dana. Hey, they're not. They might not wreck. Come on. Have faith in their abilities. Oh, Oh, no, I almost think it could have been a bit bad though.
Has the most help. That outside line seems to be the preferred line. A lot of guys want to get there. You just can't really finish the throttle or use as much gas. Harvick had a great run, went to the inside. Now he's losing a spot or battling to maintain a position.
Hamlin is now cut to the lead. Larson trying on that inside.
Now 1 and 2 completely in shade.
As the sun sets, the track changes.
Harvick to the inside of Matt DiBenedetto at 21.
His last one, big issue in the middle of 3 and 4. Gets out the gas, loses a few spots down the front straightaway, losing all that momentum. There you see Brad, the 2-car.
Where'd Bowman come from? He was like 13th a while ago. Now he's going up to 9th. Or 10th. Look at that. Jones, Keselowski, Bowman. With Reddick and Truex behind. Truex managed to make up the distance. Thoughts on Palou winning the IndyCar Championship? I don't watch IndyCar. I kind of get bored at the road courses. But I think it's good for Chip Ganassi Racing to get a championship in the series. The same year that he's leaving another one. I feel so I'm happy for Palou and get Chip Ganassi.
Got right to his left rear quarter panel. Pulled that 21 car back to him. Going to try to turn early to get away from him.
Look at William Byron. He moves to the inside of Chase Elliott. Thought we might see the 9 and the 4 right next to each other there.
That wouldn't have been fun. Is Byron able to clear Elliott? I'd say that's a positive. That 24 is on a frickin' mission right now. Prove Letarte wrong. Said the emotional difficulties of the last race to just getting in would be a problem, but no, not here. What if IndyCar had playoffs? Don't talk about other motorsports having playoffs. I don't give a crap. I don't know who won the IndyCar race even. I don't want to think about racing or before the racing having playoffs. I wish this version didn't have playoffs. No.
Sounds like there was contact enough with the Ford that he was concerned about the fender. That was Rodney Childers with the response that said it's messed up, there's damage, but maybe it's in the right way. He'll get some pictures. All of these manufacturers have photographers around the racetrack.
Oh, Colton Herta won the race? Okay. What win was that, like, what, his 7th win? 6th win? Or win number 6 for him now? It's good. Say, it's interesting that none of the cars can really get away from each other, which is interesting. Yeah, those haven't gotten away from each other, and it looks like the, yeah.
Blaney for third. There you see.
I knew Alex Palou won the championship. Logano, it looks like it's still mired up back in traffic. And wait, there's another car, and Bell. Neither of them are in the top 20 yet.
I can be loose or tight on exit, depending just how I hit it. So they made an air pressure adjustment, trying to give me some more consistency. But, you know, drivers searching for lines around here, such an important part of the afternoon. And as Kyle was pointing out, sometimes if I do it just right, I'm perfect. But you can adjust me to give me more options. So...
Wow, according to this, it won't count as necessarily views, but according to my stats, we have already hit 100 playbacks. And we haven't even gotten an hour in yet. What song is Byron singing? Ah, oh, come on. I don't know what song he's singing. Yankee Doodle? Oh, I didn't even notice he just passed De Benedetto. Nice. He's probably, maybe he's saying what his walkout song was.
Ways to keep your vehicle looking like new at WeatherTech.com. Proudly made in America. Hitting the road this summer? Not all 5G.
What song would I sing? Probably the best sports song of them all. The winner takes all. It's the thrill of one more kill. The last one to fall. We'll never sacrifice the will. Don't ever look back on the world closing in. The only attack. We are wings in the wind. All the games will begin. And a sweet, sweet, sweet victory. Yeah. Yeah, I'd probably be singing that. Because why not?
Can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious infections and blood clots, sometimes fatal, have occurred.
I mean, who wouldn't want to sing Sweet Victory? Except the people at Super Bowl 2018.
Your doctor should monitor your blood work. Tell your doctor about any infections, and if you are or may become pregnant while taking Rinvoq.
Take on RA. Talk to your rheumatologist about Rinvoq Relief. Rinvoq. Make it your mission. If you can't afford your medicine, AbbVie may be able to help.
So, if you have a flat tire, dead battery, need a tow, or lock your keys in the car, Geico's emergency roadside assistance is there 24/7. Oh dear.
Someone help me! I have a flat tire!
Yeah, I got it right here. Someone help me! I have a flat
I should have put on my crappy Australian accent. Let's put some shrimp on the barbie. Or is it British? I don't know.
15% or more on car insurance.
Probably British. Geico. 15 minutes, 15%. Serendipity.
I need to try it first.
We are still green with half the left to go on the stage. It's the return of Vince Welch, the constipated, stroking fool in the Fox Trucks booth. Larson back to the front. Yes!
Take a look at this, Pat. Well, I say easy work. Look at the cars they've got to negotiate around here.
The most impressive part about this is that he does it on the bottom of the racetrack. Watch this here. Usually this far into the run,
Larson going to blow an engine. Bro, don't say that. Please. My heart can't take it. He's bad at Talladega and the Roval. Well, I mean, at Talladega, they left a hot plate on and he blew his engine 4 laps in because of it. And I keep in mind I have not seen Larson race on the Roval, so I don't know about that. The thing is, Larson also has a gigantic freaking cushion. He has 54. He has 55 points on 8th. So he can afford to have one bad race. I'm not necessarily sure about what he's bad and where he's not with those two cars. He did place top 10 at Daytona both races, I believe. Or at least at Daytona, in the Daytona 500. And that was with him wrecking on the last lap. L, fine. Go! Get him! Get him! Excuse me. Get him! Get him!
Got a quicker car than Kevin. There you see he's marched up through the field.
Just like at Homestead.
Kevin Harvick and his team, Steve, are pretty happy right now. You know, this has been a struggle. They haven't lapped at this race in the spring. They've literally got lapped. And right now, although not winning pace, certainly top 6, top 7 pace.
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned Atlanta was the last mile and a half track back in July. Even there, he was outside the top 10 in 11. So, you know, that was improvement for being lapped here in the spring. Showed improvement in Atlanta, and now here he is inside the top 10.
William Byron in that rainbow-colored 24. Up to the top 10, possibly going to score stage points here after starting at the back of the field. 2 weeks in a row for young crew chief Rudy Fugle. I mean, last week, he told us this week on a Zoom call that...
What crew chief should Chase have? I think he works with Alan Gustafson fine. I think people overreact about bad calls. Yes, Alan Gustafson has had his bad calls. But he's also not a tire changer or whatever. He can't control the pit stop. I think Gustafson is a fine crew chief.
14 playoff points that put him just above the line, but again, as you mentioned, Dave, having to start at the back and work your way up. Every position is worth a point, and there are points given at the end of each stage, so they're going to be fighting for every point they can get at the end of each stage. Kelly.
You guys talked about the progress that Kevin Harvick and his 4 team have made, and when I asked Kevin about it, I said, "Do you feel a sense of momentum after such a good first round of the playoffs?" He said, "Really, it started several weeks ago, and we've just gotten better and better. And some of the competition is taking notice." I had another playoff crew chief told me that...
Come on, Byron. Go, Byron. I don't know why Harvick gave you the high line, but it let you roar past.
Between Kevin Harvick and crew chief Rodney Childers, they just don't make a lot of mistakes. When I asked Kevin...
Crew swap. Maybe. The 5 definitely has the best crew right now. Oh, jeez. The only crew you probably don't want is the 24, because the 24 crew is very inconsistent. Vibration! That means his car is like this. And that means there might be a loose wheel. Or is something else wrong.
Conversation between crew chief and driver, trying to dissect vibration or chatter. Chatter would be perhaps a tire itself.
Washington the 9 crew. Why? I mean, give the best... No, frankly, I like to say, but give your best driver the best crew. If they aren't all created equal. I mean, like, remember when when 2005 DEI they swapped crews with Dale Jr. and Michael Waltrip, and it was a complete disaster. You must really hate Larson, man.
It's a low price.
Am I correct in assuming that you really don't like Kyle Larson?
I need to try it first. It's time to switch to T-Mobile. Right now, pay zero cost when you do. Keep your number and keep your phone. We'll even pay it off.
I like him, but his mom... What does his mom have to do with it? Where did that come from?
Is it too early to start celebrating Halloween? Well, if you're celebrating by eating Reese's, then no. You're actually late. Not sorry, Reese's.
Yeah, what's up with his mom? I gotta listen to this. You gotta tell me.
Welcome back, football fans. We'll see you in the fridge. With Advanced Same Day, you get the parts you need fast. Get free delivery today. Or pick up your parts curbside or in store in just 30 minutes. Get your parts and get going with Advanced Same Day.
I could maybe eat 2 cheeseburgers.
His mom start arguing to us. I have not seen that. Maybe because I... Is it on Twitter, I assume? Or...
If you're gonna eat the dessert, you buy the shoes. Besides, the drink is half off. You have
Well, that's his mom. That does not change my opinion on the driver.
But we also bundle outdoor vehicles with home and auto to help people save more.
What are you all doing in my day trade?
It's better than that presentation.
A lot better.
You know, whether it's a fraction or a decimal, it's still fun. You know?
Oh, yeah. Can you tell I'm kind of gullible? God damn it! Yeah, I don't understand. I wish Talladega was a round of 8 race to balance it out. But we're already swapping around everything next year, so I can't complain.
It's a big cut. Yeah. It's a big
Goodyear and Pirelli. Yeah, let's not talk about those.
We'll start with the 19 of BowserJrX Jr. having to start in the back, Dave.
Yeah, Rick, he was one of several that did that today, and he didn't have as good forward progress as did William.
There's another thing that how are Logano and Bell doing? They're not in the top 15 yet.
Such a dirty windshield. Someone was dropping oil, and he really had trouble seeing, so he kind of took it easy. They've made adjustments on that pit stop, but started this run hitting the splitter, so still not happy with the 19, and he's only picked off 2 since the restart, Kelly.
Just behind Truex is Brad Keselowski, a 3-time winner here at Las Vegas. He was runner-up in the spring as well, but it sounds like they still got a little bit of work to do on this 2 to get it to Brad's liking. Have a listen.
Not terrible here. A little free off before, but not terrible. Just feel like I'm missing 50 pounds of downforce, you know?
So balance not terrible, but I'll let you guys in the booth put that into perspective. What's it like? I think he said he's missing 50 pounds of downforce. Explain that for us.
What the? Did my unplug my fan? I need it. Cold. Well, someone stay awake.
He just wants to be stuck in the racetrack better. They may
Here we
not
go.
have as much downforce dialed into this car as other teams,
Okay, Bell, 21 back. You must be in a really bad spot. Pardon me. Let's see. Bowman was, I think, 9 ahead of Bell. Ahead of Bowman. He's now, Bowman is now 21 ahead. So it must be 12 behind Bowman. I think Bowman was in 12th, so that means that Bell is probably around 25th position. Where's Logano? Logano is now 8 under. I can't do the math right now. 13 laps to go in stage 1. Uh-oh. Logano has made his way to 18th. But Bell is still not, I think he's back in 25th position for my predictions. No way, 24th position. Okay, now it's the 23rd. But still, that's pathetic. Bubba's kicking your ass. And of course, Custer. What happened to Cole Custer? I mean, obviously, his win last year camouflaged how well he actually did. How that he wasn't as good as that position. But he was, I think he still would have been top 20 in points. And obviously, Stuart Austin been off the whole year, but damn.
That's what it sounds like, and that's the question is, I think some of these units you can actually unplug them in the water, you can drain the water out of them, but if not, if he has a system where he can't get that water out, that vest is going to sit there, and that water is going to get hotter and hotter. It's 94 degrees out here today. Make for a long night.
And a track temperature of 120. Why are you going to commercial? You have 10 laps left in the stage. Whatever. So what should I do now? We are in a commercial. We are in a commercial. We are in a commercial. I don't want Applebee's. Yeah.
Welcome to Allstate, where we've just lowered our auto rates. And savings like that follow you everywhere. Now get new lower auto rates with Allstate. Because better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click or call for a lower auto rate today.
Check that out. Internet that's one step ahead.
My internet streams to my ride.
Yeah? Well, mine's always got my back.
Okay, chill. Mine's faster than heart rate.
Okay, that's fast.
My internet's so fast, it keeps up. Yeah, that's because you all have the same internet. Xfinity X5. So powerful, it keeps one-upping itself.
Can the internet do that?
For those that were born to race,
Who should not fly up? We had this conversation. Probably not Cody Ware. Probably not, well, Drew Dollar or Taylor Great Eric Krause. In the Cup Series, Tony Stewart. I mean, obviously he's retired, but I don't want to trust him to fly a plane. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is a no-no. I wouldn't put Ross Chastain as a pilot. I think he gets a little too aggressive sometimes. I think everyone else would be good. Fine. Oh yeah, Quinn Half. He'd probably miss an incoming plane, or a meteor, or a missile, or a blimp. I know he would miss it coming at him.
It's Liverpool, Man City. Wake up with Premier League mornings next Sunday on NBCSN.
All right, we're back at the end of the stage.
Under 5 laps to go in stage 1. Want to take a look at the Cup Series playoffs.
5 to go. And here's Harvick, Keselowski, Logano, and Bell are all under the cut line right now, with Bowman fighting to stay above. This is about what I expected.
Christopher Bell, see him 20 points now below that cut line. Had the damage to the right front coming to pit road. Logano, Keselowski, Harvick, all right now below that cut line. But every position is a point, and points are awarded at the end of stage 1 and stage 2 if you finish in the top 10. So these guys fighting for every spot they can get.
So you mentioned Keselowski, Alex Bowman, Joey Logano, Christopher Bell. Right now, they're the 4 that are not going to get any points right here.
Keselowski currently in 11th, Bowman 12th, Logano 15th, Bell back there in 22nd. Larson now has led 33 laps, closing in on what Hamlin had led earlier, 34 laps. There's his 34th lap led.
Highest non-playoff car, Tyler Reddick in the 8. Thought he was going to be in the playoffs. It was crazy how it kind of slipped out of the hands of RCR between the 3 and the 8 as they came down the stretch. So unfortunately for Tyler Reddick,
2 laps to go now.
you know, so it was crazy. He was eliminated after the 3 races. I thought his teammate Austin Dillon was going to be in there as well. I think that battle down the stretch had to weigh on the mind of.
I see. Right now the race is pretty tame. I think it'll get better as we go into the nighttime, though. Final lap of stage 1. Kyle Larson leading by 1.5 seconds. Big lead over the rest of the at third on back, though.
Stevie talked about, we were talking about points a little while ago. He missed this round by 2 points. 2 positions over 3 races.
Yeah, but it is what it is, unfortunately.
Kyle Larson, after winning Bristol, he comes back.
Kyle Larson wins stage 1. Second goes to Kyle Busch. Third, Blaney is Denny Hamlin. Fourth is going to be Ryan Blaney. Fifth, William Byron. Sixth is going to go to Chase Elliott. Seventh, I believe, was Reddick. Eighth, Harvick. Ninth, Benedetto. 10th, and Martin Truex Jr.
Chase Elliott.
Nice.
5 points there for finishing just outside.
I'll go put those down on my board. We got the points from stage 1. That's the first clue. We write it on our board, and then what do we do?
People think dealing with COPD is a walk in the park. If I have something to help me breathe better, everything would be fun and nice. But I still have bad days, flare-ups, which can permanently damage my lungs. My lungs need protection against flare-ups. So, it's time to get real. Because in the real world, our lungs deserve the real protection of Breztri. Breztri gives you better breathing, symptom improvement, and flare-up protection. It's the first and only COPD medicine proven to reduce flare-ups by 52%.
Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
For real protection, ask your doctor about Breztri.
With Advanced Same Day, you get the parts you need fast. Get free delivery today. Or pick up your parts curbside or in store in just 30 minutes. Get your parts and get going with Advanced Same Day.
I love you.
There's no better place for fun with friends. Quality time with your little golf buddy. Or an afternoon alone together. Family and friends are just a tap away. Just pick your course, pay from your phone. Golf now. Download the app and go play.
NASCAR on NBCSN is brought to you by Ford. Built Ford proud. Credit One Bank, the official credit card of NASCAR. Visit GoCredit1.com. And by new Coke Zero Sugar. Now even more delicious. Daniel Suarez hosting his fan group, Daniel's Amigos, at the track to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month. Daniel's Amigos, that's a collaborative effort between NASCAR and Coca-Cola and Trackhouse Racing, engaging with the Hispanic community. There are 370 guests here, over 70% of those, it's their first NASCAR race. So welcome to Las Vegas Motor Speedway. They were able to enjoy a Q&A session with Daniel. He was talking about authentic Mexican cuisine, music by a local mariachi band, as well as special access to Victory Lane. So a lot of fun as we now see the field making its way onto pit road. Kelly?
Denny Hamlin peels off from the third position. He said a number of times during that run that he just needs more grip. He was too loose. His crew chief saying, hey, we got plenty of tools to work with. Didn't want to go too far on that first set of tires. He'll get 4 fresh ones now. His teammate Kyle Busch said the first thing that happens to his car is they get loose. But at the very end of that run, it tightened up. 4 of the few tires for him as well, Dave.
For Kyle Larson, another playoff point to carry all the way through the playoffs. 10 stage points. Car lost the nose a little bit when he caught traffic. They're going to make an adjustment for that.
Some big changes here looking like going to happen on pit road. 2 spots by Denny Hamlin, 3 by Chase Elliott. Kyle Busch lost 5 spots on pit road.
Alright, finally finished updating the board. It took me a while because I forgot to write down the point totals. So. Yes, I am vaccinated. I didn't even see that.
Talladega is a fair. Just let the world's fastest roulette wheel do what it does best. Choose one winner and leave the rest of the field in heartache. The NASCAR playoffs continue at Talladega next Sunday on NBC.
That's my son, Noah. And that? We call that the Greenlight effect. Greenlight's the debit card for kids and teens, with an app that teaches them how to earn and manage money. Now Noah's saving more than he's spending. Join more than 3 million parents and kids at Greenlight.com.
Guys, feeling tired, getting soft, growing old? Wake up and grab Ageless Male Max with KSM 66 to help boost total testosterone and be the man you want to be.
I got this mountain bike for only $11.
DealDash.com, the fair and honest bidding site. An iPad worth $505 was sold for less than $24, a PlayStation 4 for less than $16, and a Schultz 4K television for less than $2.
I won these Bluetooth headphones for $20.
I got these 3 suitcases for less than $40.
And shipping is always free.
Go to DealDash.com right now and see how much you can save.
Time now for big day for the 24-year-old from Spain, Alex Palou.
As close competition with the championship, had award contact early, was unable to continue that, left it up to Team Penske and Joseph Newgarden or Ganassi and Alex Palou. Alex Palou with the championship is down in attendance. Great scene out in Long Beach. Exciting young man, gonna do great things in the sport. Jimmy Johnson, our NASCAR 7-time champ, he was third in the rookie standings after his first year.
Yeah, just ran all the road courses too, so it didn't run the ovals at all this year. All right, let's get a few updates from the Peacock Pit Box with Hall of Famer DJ as well as our big man Brad Doherty.
DJ, you know, we talked about it that first stage. It was pretty uneventful.
Yeah.
But the one guy that I picked that needed to have a really successful day was Christopher Bell, and he put himself in a tough position.
Yeah, we talk about mistakes, and we bring that up all the time, and you just can't. You've got to pay attention all the time. You know, you want to be able to take a breath sometimes as a driver under caution, but getting on pit road, you have to pay attention to what's going on. So much happening there. But up front, it was kind of status quo, exactly what we expected. But this race is going to change throughout the racing stages.
Yep, Rick, a little bit of a tough road to hoe for our buddy Christopher Bell, but everything.
Something happened to Kevin Harvick that I missed. Never mind, I'm just behind.
Laps to go in this race, so we'll see if he can dig out of that hole that he is in right now. Denny Hamlin and Larson are going to make up row 1. The 10 hit with equipment interference, and it looks as though NASCAR is going to add another lap before we go back to
Alrighty.
Christopher Bell also will have to start at the tail. You see him down the
Of course he does. Because, oh God, why is he in these playoffs? Because he won at the road course.
Dave.
Kyle Larson was the leader coming in, dropped back during the pit stops. He will start on the outside of the 11 of Hamlin, but talked about a little bit of a vibration on one of the wheels, and crew chief Cliff Daniels said, okay, everything looks good on the videotape that we looked at, and sometimes you get rubber buildup on that tire. Of course, you'll let me know if it's a loose wheel, so keep your eye on the 5.
Somebody else had an issue during the pit stops. Brad Keselowski lost a lot of spots. Lost about 7 or 8 spots. Going to start somewhere around 20th. So once again, these playoff drivers, several of them have not had smooth days.
I was just thinking to myself what Dale would have said if I said, hey man, you're going to let me know if it's loose. I think it's okay, but I'm not sure. It would have been a positive feedback from inside the car. It might have been something like, I'm letting you know right now. Let's just take it off.
Well, it's great that y'all have the information now. You know, the pit crews have that information, the pressure tape and all that to understand. Hey, man, we got them all tight. All the information tells us we're good. That helps me as a driver, I think. You know, go out there and stay committed to being on the racetrack and not losing that track position.
They talk to all of the crew members that go over the wall. They also have video of it, so every single crew member can have a shot to say, okay, I hit all the lugs, or you know, we did whatever we needed to do.
All right, finally getting back to green. It looks like. Yes.
All right, the field approaching the Geico restart zone as we are.
Here we are.
Stage 2. Making the move on the outside now. Three and 4 wide, jockeying for position as they dive into turn 3.
Ooh, 4 wide with Almirola, I think that was.
Here comes that outside line once again. Larson working with teammate Chase Elliott behind.
Got a Hendrick line going, trying to organize there. Ooh, Hamlin tries to block, but he can't block the momentum. Larson makes a squeeze for the lead.
Larson back out front.
Real quick. House cleaning as we see Larson take the lead. The 20th foul. I thought he was falling to the back just because of the penalty for pitting early, but he actually lost a lap. Didn't beat the pace car off pit road under the repair. So Christopher Bell, one of the playoff contenders, currently 30th, a lap down. We'll have to keep you updated.
Of course, because of course he is. Why would I ever 30th place? Oh my God.
Now up here fighting for the 3rd spot with teammate Chase Elliott.
I can't with this dude. I can't. Christopher Bell. Oh, God. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, Byron. Go, Elliott. Trying to side draft his teammate. He's clear. All right, he's right behind. He's going inside. Can he make the move? A three-wide pass for the lead. He's got the inside line, but the outside is more momentum. He clears Hamlin. He clears Larson. The 24 of Byron to the lead. All righty. Ow, holy crap, the 15 has no butt. Yeah, that looks like me after a bad day of constipation. Joey Gase in the 15. Yeah, oh my gosh. He was already last anyway. Good to know. So no loss. You know what? At least I got one of my dudes in the lead. Jeez.
Obviously a huge impact.
See him taking the steering wheel off, throwing it onto the dash.
Alrighty, let's see what happened. He loses it, of course. Oh, I can see the tire right there. Damn, man. Damn. Bad impact. As someone in the BattleBots community would say, huge hit there!
Yeah, I couldn't tell from this. I was trying
Ugh.
I could tell the wheel was missing, but I couldn't tell with that piece of sheet metal there. Let's take another look. Oh, nothing he can do, and this impact is just a gigantic impact.
Look at that car, was way up in the air.
A lot of people taking to pit road right now. Kelly.
And at first they told Denny Hamlin not to slide his tires, which would indicate that they weren't going to change them, but they did change all four. He saw a chassis adjustment as well. He said the car just took off on him over the bumps, and there you see his teammate, the 18, also just finishing service, Dave.
Joey Logano on pit road as well as the 19 of Truex Jr. He will take tires and fuel.
It looks as though the first car off of pit road was the one of Kurt Busch. Don't think he changed tires, but was on pit road. Will reset for the starting.
So, now what do we do? Whew.
Introducing the all-new Tundra.
Ever wonder if your life could have been totally different?
Your dad would be proud of you.
It's only natural to wonder, what if?
Ordinary Joe, Mondays on NBC.
This is my wallet before, and this is my Ridge wallet.
It's smaller, lighter, and a lot more convenient than my old leather wallet.
And helps me get rid of all the junk that I've collected over the years.
The Ridge is a huge upgrade. Get your Ridge wallet at Ridge.com.
If you've served in the military, first responder, or law enforcement communities, then join GovX.com. On GovX.com, you'll find all the gear you need for your on- and off-duty life. Become a member and save on hundreds of brands. If you qualify, join for free at GovX.com.
Whether you're playing, coaching, or cheering, Sports Engine Gear has everything you need to get game ready. Team leaders can select, order, and ship full uniform kits and custom jerseys directly to every athlete. Plus, coaches and fans can showcase their team pride with logoed hats, sweatshirts, face coverings, and more. All shipped fast from your own online team store. Buy it, wear it, love it. On SportsEngineGear.com.
Tuesday, TV's most anticipated news show is finally here. Don't miss the premiere of La Brea.
I don't watch NBC shows. All right, just waiting. The rainbow car is in the lead.
Split decision in the field of whether you should come to pit road or not. Let's listen to the
Let's see. If NASCAR determines that that's from an improperly installed tire, a 4-race suspension for the crew chief, the tire changer, and the jackman. Ouch.
Sounds to me like the first conversation, be ready for left sides, was under green. He obviously knew
And I didn't even notice that Gase didn't climb out of the car on his own. They had to pull down the
Crew chief comes back and says we're right on a window. I find that
the
very
window
interesting
net.
because if you look on the left side, Byron to Eric Jones, last on pit road, lap 83. No way they're making it to the end of stage 2 with a current fuel load. Everyone behind them, some actually took gas only. Kurt Busch, Joey Logano, just gas to stay inside their fuel window. With the long green flag runs, Kelly, it'll be interesting to see if this fuel strategy works out for some of the field.
And it sounds like it was a similar situation for Brad Keselowski and the 2 team. Remember, they lost a bunch of spots on a previous pit stop. That was purely because they took a big swing at changing the balance and had a lot of adjustments to make. But then Brad, just before that caution came out, felt a vibration, thought he might have a loose wheel as well. So they also had a long stop with potentially a loose wheel.
Adjust
So
my
he's
screen
coming
there.
back down pit road with that group to get 4
Alrighty.
Remember, we hear all these loose wheels circle all the way back to the 15 with that huge wreck. The left rear tire and wheel came off the car, and I don't know if the lug nuts were there or not there, whether it was suspension failing. Impossible to say without looking at the race car. Fact, though, is the tire left the race car, and that's what caused it to spin around. So you just see what NASCAR has to say. We've seen some penalties for that before. They're very, very on top of that. Tires coming off, very dangerous for the drivers and even potentially spectators. So got to stay on top of that.
Chase Briscoe was just on pit road. He was running 18th, and he was up there in that front pack. We saw him make an aggressive 3-wide move, Rick. He's had quite an interesting day.
I was going to say it's an eventful day. He and Marissa, they're expecting their first child due 10 days from now is what the due date is. But Chase didn't want to leave with the team plane yesterday. He was going to fly commercial. Well, he got on that plane.
Yeah, well, that was quite a freaking debacle.
We've all experienced it, but we haven't experienced it on the actual day that we're supposed to be working or maybe running a race. And he's all the way in Charlotte.
Alright, I'm just waiting for this race to get back to green.
Sat there, they got a new flight. He was able to get back on the next flights. He booked another one just in case. He's like, all right, I'm booking another one. I got to back this up. But he did get here on time and is in the race. And I'm sure that Marissa's watching and she's thinking, I'm glad that you're there, but at the same time, I can't wait for you to come home. And she is ready to have that baby.
What a stressful day, right? Afraid your wife's going to have a baby while you're gone. You get on an airplane, the flight gets canceled. I want to miss the race. Some drivers' worst nightmare is having something happen where you can't show up for a race. Maybe things will work out well for you today.
So it's Byron and Larson. They will be making the choice now of inside or outside here as they cross the start-finish line. It's about a
Byron's going, I would presume, the outside. Oh, he's going the inside. Uh-oh. Oh, great. His Hendrick teammates, well, as long as he can get to the outside quickly, he might be able to. Ooh, we got 7 people now. That's awesome. It's a new NASCAR stream record. And what happened? Oh, Chastain's back on pit road to refuel. Wow.
I didn't see anything as far as the tires go, but it looks like they're just topping it off with fuel. Like we mentioned, you heard Kyle Busch's radio said they were just outside of a fuel window. situation for the 42. We'll check in and get you an update, but it is interesting to see an extra pit stop.
They had to tighten the lugs and top them off with fuel on the 42.
And Kelly, it's an epidemic. Lug nuts, loose wheels.
Why? What's going on?
You know, I don't know. I would have assumed it's just like the drivers. We've seen mistakes by drivers and crew chiefs and everyone, and now we're seeing it on the pit stops as well, right? I mean, that's all I can really relate it to, Jeff. If it was a tire thing and we didn't see lug nuts being loosened, I'd say, well, maybe it's a tire.
You think it's 2 more cautions? I guess I can see that happening. Hopefully not as hard as those hits as that last one, though.
Tires off, warming them up, getting ready for the restart. Still 63, it'll be 62 to go in stage 2. So keep your fantasy team lineup in mind. You have 62 laps to make a decision. Field approaching the Geico restart zone. Back under green.
All right. Byron chose the inside. Is it going to be bad or good for him? Larson has already moved in front of him on the high side with Elliott pushing him. Oh my, it's going to be close. I think Larson has momentum. And wow, I don't know why he didn't go high. But now it's a 1, 2, 3, 4 show for Hendrick Motorsports. Probably chose the inside line because that's where he made his pass for the lead. Byron looks like he's going to get 2nd or 3rd. Holy crap. Almost 5 wide. That would have been really bad. Oh my god. Byron's going to slot in. Oh, he's still trying to make some headway. Trying to clear. Look at that gaggle. Oh my gosh. Harvick got real loose going out of turn 2. Alrighty. Byron and Elliott still side by side. My 2 favorite drivers right now. Byron, it looks like, has some advantage. A car that runs really well on the inside line. No, he finally settles in 3rd. But here comes Blaney making a run on 3rd place. But, oh, he gets a little squirrely. With momentum on the high side. Byron has the advantage going in on the start-finish line. Oh, but Elliott challenging for the lead. One of his worst tracks. Elliott really going hard. It was the site of his first top 5 in the Xfinity Series. I was actually just rewatching that race a couple days ago. Finally, this race is getting interesting. Now we have 9 people in the chat. Welcome, new viewers. I'm glad to have you here. And then that just immediately just changes. New leader, the 9. Almost. Oh, except to see coming out of turn 2. No, I think Larson got some advantage. But they're still side by side. It's very close between those 2. Elliott retaining his position on the inside. Larson still using the momentum on the high side. Looks like Byron might try to make this 3 wide. But no, he doesn't have enough speed to get there. These 3 cars, the 5, 24, and the 9, 3 of the top 5 cars the entire season. And here comes Bowman into the equation, diving low to try and pass the 12 of Blaney. Oh, man. As a Hendrick fan, I am squeeing inside. Go! 1, 2, 3, 4 at the line. And in numerical order as well. The 5, 9, and 24, and the 48. Oh, man. I've got an Atlanta vibes right now. Like for 2001 Atlanta vibes. So whenever I think of multiple cars taking multiple lanes to try and outrace each other, that's what I think of. Man, it looks like the problems at Richmond have energized some of these teams to go out and do better. Here comes Byron passing for 2nd over his teammate Chase Elliott. I think Byron has the best car. And why do you think it was held up in tech for so long? But yeah, Blaney just wiggled coming off of turn 4. Just trying to pass the 48 and to break the Hendrick chain, but he's not able to do so right now.
And now Hamlin gets back to the bumper of the 12.
See, we have 9 concurrent viewers right now. Can we make it to 10? Top of that, maybe it's an extra goal for the stream. Maybe I can try to get to 310 subscribers. Just a little at a time, but a little can go a long way.
Bowman keeping the left side tires right on the white line. Able to hold that line through 1 and 2.
Impressive move by Blaney.
Looks like Blaney's able to get past the 48. On off. Oh yeah, Blaney now has momentum coming off the high side of turn 4, and he's able to pass Bowman to break the 1, 2, 3, 4 Hendrick chain.
Used the side draft to start this whole battle off of turn 4, but when given the opportunity to side draft in the back straightaway, Bowman doesn't do it. Had an opportunity to side draft into turn 3.
Looks like Larson is starting to slip away
Now again, he's got a chance to
from his
side draft.
teammates based on the margins. Okay, no tires got a guess. He's got to buy. Thank you so much for being around, dude. It's always a pleasure to have you here.
Dave, what do you got on Blaney?
Wow, as Bowman loses all his momentum right there. Blaney believed he was losing momentum and wondered about the nose of that 12 car. He hit something, and then the car was plowing tight, according to the driver. Now, that's plowing tight in 4th place against the field, but kind of concerned about the handling change. It was like a light switch suddenly on the 12.
Look at there, Steve. Don't see any damage. You have a better eye at that than I do.
Always difficult between the drag ducts and the ductwork, the shape that all these manufacturers have now have on the nose. I can't make anything out, but the damage could be just as easy. The splitter, you know, under that nose, the splitter and the ductwork is as important as anything on the exterior of the car. So maybe that's damage they're going to have to see under a pit stop. Kelly.
Alex Bowman losing a couple spots there, and you guys make it sound like maybe he didn't take some opportunities he could have. Well, remember how the playoffs.
Bowman slipped back to 7. It was still magical to have that 1, 2, 3, 4. Even if, again, once again, even just for a little bit.
To them to start these playoffs off, and he said, I think that helped Alex kind of temper his aggression level, that he's kind of maybe backing it down a little bit, trying to be a little bit more calculated, and look at the big picture. His spotter observing that he's getting a little tight off board, told him to watch his entry speed in that turn.
Alex also told us the pressure, if you don't have it, you're not.
Alrighty, going to another commercial break. I just want to watch the battle for the lead at this point. Oh, the stupid Credit One commercial. Somebody kill me and then revive me when it's over. I hate the credit card commercials. I hate the insurance commercials. I hate the car commercials because I walk everywhere since I'm in college. I don't need to drive to my classes since I'm in a dorm. It's close by. There's no point. I don't drink soda.
I need to try it first.
I don't like carbonation that much. I say that while I'm drinking Adrenaline Shock, but I seriously don't.
Let's be honest. Anytime I see a discount, I'm gonna go for it. Right. I don't care what it is. I have to have that.
Yeah. Anything that is half price tastes twice as good, right?
Right? Unconventional thinking means we see things differently, so you can focus on what matters most. That's how we've become the leader in 5G, #1 in customer satisfaction, and a partner who includes 5G in every plan, so you get it all.
I need to try it first.
Back again.
It's a touchy subject.
Shady's back.
Love Tom, but he
Hello,
left us.
friend.
Remember that day?
Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
I was happy
Guess
to see
who's
him get a
back?
job
Guess
somewhere.
who's back?
I'm
Guess
rooting for
who's
Brady
back?
about 2% in this one.
He'll hand me on the bench in the 3rd row. He'll hand me.
Glad you're doing good. but I'm on the side of Belichick and the Pats. The Patriots all day. I'm done. This conversation's over.
NASCAR Drive, that is your live race day companion. Again, you can follow your favorite
Got yeah. I'm fine with that. That song is a bop.
NASCAR.com/drive, or you can download the NASCAR mobile app today. Mentioned Denny Hamlin backing up and now moving back forward again. He's up in the top 5, Kelly.
Alrighty. Did Bling just get around Elliott? No, Kyle Busch did.
So it sounds like a number of these drivers caught a bit of a lucky break when that caution came out, because we've seen so many that either came back down to pit road to tighten lugs or just went ahead and changed all 4 tires.
Denny Hamlin right now chasing after his teammate Kyle Busch. Those 2 Toyotas running up into the top 4. Now a message from Toyota.
I am not waiting until Daytona to get that new Tundra on the track.
Oh yeah, the Toyota Tundra commercial for the next gen Toyota Tundra.
All right, go.
Like all the Toyota drivers. And gets Eckes in the control room, maybe.
Kill the lasers. I'll get us through the door.
I see Nemechek over there. Austin Hill.
I found the Tundra. We have to take down the security.
It might be Chandler.
Be right behind this door.
I think that's Eckes.
Which one is it?
Nemechek.
I got it. Securing the package now.
And there's KFB.
Seriously? Abort mission. Get your helmets. You guys are gonna love this thing.
The frickin' Toyota Tundra next gen. What a beast that thing looks like. I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing.
Kyle Busch currently running in 3rd position, and he is about 3 seconds behind Kyle Larson.
While you're here, don't forget to like the stream. You know, everything helps. But there's no obligations. I can't force people. Because there would be no joy in that.
Keep an eye on Martin Truex Jr. in that 19 member started at the back, working his way forward. Not completely happy yet with that
See
race.
Byron up 33 from where he started.
It was loose end, it was tight off the corner, and it was hitting the splitter. It's come back to him a little bit now, and he's made a little bit of ground just past Kevin Harvick, Kelly.
He did, so Harvick now running 12. Still looks like it's better than they were here in the spring, but remember...
Now, watching this, is Bell still a lap down? He's 31 points below the cut line.
Like if we can get that fender fixed, we can actually pass some cars, because it turns really well through the center, whereas crew chief Rodney Childers said, look, I don't think we can make it any better than it already is, so we're just going to have to adjust through it with what we've got.
22 of Joey Logano making a pass there on Harvick, now going to the high side. He was told by his team, that's where you're making the most time. Keep it up in that direction. His car, balance-wise, has been mostly to the tight side today.
Running 14th is Brad Keselowski. They have taken some pretty big swings at this car already today, trying to get the balance better, but I'm not sure how much this helps, because Brad has said that he's just landing too harshly in turns 1 and 2 to actually complete a pass. He said it's the harshest it's been through those turns.
Some great information from down there. I like what Rodney Childers had to say about the fender of the 4.
Where's Harvick now? Okay, 13th. And yeah, because Logano, Harvick, Keselowski running 12th, 13th, and 14th. Not where they need to be.
Harshness for the 2 car, what I've seen before is if your car doesn't turn as well, the front tires get a little tight, it actually rides rougher. If I haven't done anything to change the actual ride, there's been no suspension changes, the balance, just the front tires not working as well, will actually make the car feel rougher for the driver behind the wheel.
You guys have all mentioned that the track temperature and the sun beating down on this track is going to change the conditions of how these cars race. And already 1 and 2 completely in shade, and now the front stretch almost completely in shade as well. As the sun, again, sunsets here in Las Vegas, 6:32. Local time closing in on 6 o'clock. We're at 5:43. So getting a little bit closer to that as we We look at William Byron still running in that second spot, falling back now 2 seconds back, Dave.
And representative, Rick, of that group that pitted last on lap 83, we were wondering, could they make it to the end of the stage? What's the 24 thinking?
Here's a scenario over here. Those guys that pitted with that long caution can just now make it to the stage. So they're not going to pit. So we're judging what we're going to do, which we can run all the way, like lap 150 on what we do for that to try to stay in the lead lap. So we don't get a caution.
Okay.
Before that 150, we're going to have to pit. A lot of those guys won't. So lay in information, Steve.
So they're gonna make a fuel strategy. It's hopefully that caution that they get lucky that they can stay on the lead lap. Okay.
If they can make it, that means the 24 William Byron is 10 laps short. That was the lap 150 number. The end of stage 2, lap 160. That's the issue that they're talking about. What he said was, what I liked is we'll kind of try to come up with a plan to stay on the lead lap. Running second, coming down pit road. You know, you don't have to take tires. You're only going to run 10 more laps. So very important right now for their simulation, because Larson has to pit, Byron has to pit. They have to figure out the first car that doesn't have to pit, probably Kyle Busch. So now the question is, can you come down pit road, take a splash of gas, and accelerate without losing a lap? Very difficult to do in a racetrack where you lose 32, or excuse me, where you're running 32-second laps.
Great report from Kelly about Kevin Harvick. Let's go on board and listen to what they're
Thank you to the new subscriber. I just noticed my sub count went up. Thank you very much. Every little bit helps this channel, so thank you so much. Sincerely. Alright. 32 laps to go in the stage. So from the looks of that, means Byron's going to be pitting with about 10 to go. Well, I believe I want to hit to go get, if one more sub comes, I will be over the moon. But that's not important. The important thing is that we're here to enjoy the race. The subs come secondary. I know I'm the only one talking, just because Chad is kind of dormant. But what can you do? All right. Okay, so Kyle Busch and Hamlin are the first two cars not pit. So Kyle Busch will probably win the stage. All right, there's your leader, Kyle Larson, and that Tarleton & Son Chevrolet leading at Las Vegas. And then we have another Geico commercial. This freaking Gecko. Somebody else, you didn't have to do that immediately. Thank you so much. That's 310 subscribers. Franklin Powers, thank you for subscribing. I said that was 6 minutes ago. That's probably 309. Thank you so much, dude. That's, oh my gosh, you guys are awesome.
Saving people money on more than just car insurance. We get out.
Oh man. I hope have a wonderful rest of your night, dude. If you're for whatever you do, either with me or somewhere else.
That F-150 isn't an F-150 because of the name on the tailgate. It's an F-150 because it's built for tough, built to haul more, built to tow more for the people.
Wow, 310. Now can we go to 315? Now I don't expect to do that this stream, but obviously that would be nice. Yeah. Chase Elliott made his pit stop.
A few teams taking advantage of green flag pit stops. They knew they weren't going to make it all the way to the end of the stage. So
Oh, and here's Byron. They pitted around lap 130. All right, or lap 133. Oh, and going for 4 tires as well. At least that way, maybe he can catch up a bit. Okay. Nice. Good. Nice. Improvise. Oh my god. That is a slow-ass dirt to 2 tires stop. This freaking pit crew. Alright. Alright. Uh-oh. I think he's a lap down now. Great, you might have just screwed up the whole damn thing, you donuts.
to the end of the stage.
Yeah, and I would assume with 26 to go and seeing these other cars come to pit road, if they're a lap or two short, I'm sure they are saving fuel. Crew chiefs are giving that information. For this strategy to really work out, they do not want to come to pit road.
So potentially these two fighting for what could end up being a stage win.
All right. Yep. Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin. I said I thought Kyle Busch would win. I didn't realize Hamlin was actually that far up.
Back there about 4 seconds behind them.
And that's really the issue, I think, when you look at those cars that stayed on the racetrack. You know, Larson, he had a pretty big lead coming in. But the other cars that might have to make that extra pit stop under green, they're going to miss out on stage points. I mean, maybe it will cycle around in only 24 laps, but as I look at my fantasy team here, I'm in a little bit of a quandary on who I should leave in and who I shouldn't, because some guys are going to miss out.
Kyle Larson up top, you see him currently leading, has a 3-second lead. Listen to his radio.
Oh boy. Okay. Let me. I want to check the NASCAR app to see where my guys are now.
That's great information by Cliff Daniels telling his driver the plan so he knows.
2 laps down.
The switch he's talking about is in the back of these cars in the fuel cell. They have, you know, basically one pickup in the fuel cell and a second. It's almost like a reserve, but it's in the same container. Basically, what you need to know at home is when the thing stumbles, Kyle Larson will flip a switch, and you have about a lap and a half more fuel. So they're planning on going as long as they can, trying to hope to catch a yellow.
What happens if he gets to turn 4? He's obviously not going to come to pit road and stumbles. He hits that switch. Does he have enough fuel to make it all the way around onto pit road and it refire? Once you put fuel in it?
Well, it shouldn't even shut off. These are all engineered to run one lap on the longest track, longest oval. We'll call it Pocono or Indianapolis when we used to run at the oval at Indy. So, you know, that's the idea. Is even if it ran out at the end of the backstretch, you didn't have time, you would have, you know, to pit, you could run another lap.
So the problem with Byron and Chase. So Chase, you know, has 4 new tires. He's got decent pace, 3140s. I still think he's about a third of a lap behind the leaders. I don't know if he'll be able to get there. Byron not being able to put on those 4 tires is running the same laps as the leaders. He can go faster. So there's no chance for him to even run these guys down. And even
Maybe he might get the lucky dog.
Only use left side tires. They're in a really bad position right now.
Yeah, that's why I was actually surprised that they chose to come. They must have felt that they could unlap themselves with fresh tires, because what the 5 is doing, they're just going to put on tires and fuel and take the wave around. So if we pick up, the 5's really leading, but let's pick up the 11 and the 18, because the cars in reference to this car, the 9 of Chase Elliott, you mentioned it, it's a quarter lap. I mean, he is a little quicker, but with traffic, it is so hard to figure out if he's going to run it down or not.
He's got 20 laps to do it in.
It's 0.2 of a second faster. That's essentially what the tires right now. It's only about 0.2 of a second. So if Hamlin doesn't slow down quite a bit more on these older tires, it'd be very difficult for him to get to them.
And then the problem is you know, we've seen so much green flag racing that if you enter that final stage at a little bit of a deficit, I'm not saying your day's over, but it's just really, really hard. You see on the bottom left, that's a great graphic to show you 5 leading, the 11 basically start-finish line now, heading into turn 3, the 9 of Chase Elliott. That is more what crew chiefs look at. So
Alrighty. And this kind of just went sucky. For both of my cars are a lap down. My main cars. I don't know about the rest of you.
There's even predictive software that says if you pit now and change 2 and or 4, this is where you re-enter the racetrack relative to traffic. So a lot is going into these strategy calls by the crew chiefs.
So that lap, Chase Elliott was about 3/4 of a second faster. So at that pace, he's got a shot.
And again, Rudy Fugle made the...
And there's a 24 you can see way behind as well.
The verbal, when he was on pit road, to only do 2 tires. And so that has put William Byron in a little bit of a hole here. Larson still on the
18 to go. Going another commercial break.
Still chasing after him. We go NASCAR nonstop.
We're Carvana, the company who invented car vending machines and buying a car 100% online. Now we've created a brand new way for you to sell your car. Whether it's a year old or a few years old, we want to buy your car. So go to Carvana and enter your license plate, answer a few questions, and our techno wizardry calculates your car's value and gives you a real offer in seconds. When you're ready, we'll come to you, pay you on the spot, and pick up your car. That's it. So ditch the old way of selling your car and say hello to the new way at Carvana.
These are the people who work on the front lines. They need a network that's built right. That's why we created Horizon Frontline, the advanced networking technology for first responders. Built on America's most reliable network. Built for real interoperability and built for 5G. It's America's #1 network in public safety. Horizon Frontline, built right for first responders.
We finally found the perfect house.
Yeah, we couldn't believe the deal we got. Just lucky, I guess.
We're a little closer to the airport than we thought. At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
Saving us so much money. Hey, how was your play?
Morning, Ted.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Talladega isn't fair. It's not supposed to be. And it doesn't want to be. Throw around 12 playoff drivers at over 200 miles an hour, and let's see the world's fastest roulette wheel do what it does best. No way. Choose one winner and leave the rest of the field in heartache. The NASCAR playoffs continue at Talladega next Sunday on NBC. Talladega isn't fair. It's not supposed to be. And it doesn't want to be.
No, it doesn't.
Throw around 12 playoff drivers at over 200 miles an hour, and let's see the world's fastest roulette wheel do what it does best. No way. Choose one winner and leave the rest of the field in heartache. The NASCAR playoffs continue at Talladega next Sunday on NBC.
NBC Sports on Sirius
13 to go on the stage. Where's the 9 at?
NASCAR Radio Channel 90 will be Mike Tirico. That's live Wednesday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Probably going to talk a lot about how the USA won the Ryder Cup. Maybe even talk about Brady going up against the Patriots. So he's got a lot to talk about with those guys this week.
That first tee shot at the Ryder Cup was unbelievable.
Today by the Rice.
When he hit it on the green, the place was electric.
Erupted, and then he knocked it in for an eagle. Pretty good.
Alrighty.
Run there for those guys. Take a look at tonight's Xfinity fastest lap. That is Tyler Reddick. Reddick right now
Really?
in that 5th position.
Oh, wow, 5th. Nice job.
30.386, the fastest lap turned already tonight. Kelly.
Just checking in on playoff contender Christopher Bell. Remember the problems he had early on in this race? Heavy damage. They went down
26th, a lap down.
pit road trying to repair that right front corner. Well, for a while he was in position to be the lucky dog. He was the first car to lap down, and it looked like he might have a shot to get back on the lead lap. That has since gone away, and not just because Chase Elliott and William Byron hit it under green, but now the leaders have lapped a couple other drivers, so this is going to be a big hole for this team to climb out of. And right now,
joy.
25 points in the last driver of the 12 in the playoffs.
Yeah, big hole for Bell as we see Ross Chastain working here on the outside.
Chastain's a lap down, obviously.
Lap down. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. also a lap down already. So Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson, they have been putting together some pretty impressive laps.
All right, Dale Jr., we had this conversation. You mentioned Byron had lost that time. Well, I think the 9 of Chase Elliott might get a little reprieve. He might have a chance. The 11, if you look in front of him, cars galore. Look at the traffic that the 11 is going to have to find a way through. I know Larson still has to come to pit road, but we're going to call Denny Hamlin basically going to be the leader. Chase Elliott behind him. He's been 5/10, 6/10, 7/10 of a second faster. Can he catch the 11?
Oh, maybe?
11's 4.5 seconds behind him. He's got time.
There's plenty of traffic.
This isn't what they're telling Chase Elliott.
That's the one other thing that can save the 9 of Chase Elliott is if he can stay the first car.
Yeah, but he's also going to want to help his teammate.
At the end of the stage to get the free pass.
These cars are battling Denny to stay on the lead lap. They're making it really, really difficult. He loses a lot of time right here off turn 4.
Looks like Larson is making his way onto pit road now, so he gives up the
Yeah,
lead.
Larson and Blaney.
Chase Elliott down to 2 seconds behind.
So he doesn't have to pass the 11. That would be nice. But if he can just put himself in position
Larson waited until the dash told him it was time to flip the switch inside the pickup, inside the fuel cell. He did that and then said, I'm coming to pit road. It'll be 4 Goodyear tires, Sunoco fuel. Same story for the 12 O'Brien Blaney.
And the Benedetto's on pit road.
We'll see where they blend into this crowd, which has now become a little bit confusing, right?
Just a little bit. So Blaney has scored now a lap down. William Byron scored a lap down. Larson officially scored a lap down.
And there you see the 11 of Hamlin.
Byron's back in top 20. So if we can just get around Chastain, he'll be good. But and now Larson a lap down. Has to be a good. This has to be a good wave around then. Come on. So Elliott needs to pass Hamlin, and then Byron needs to pass Chastain for them to work out. But who knows? Remember when Byron had to unlap himself at Pocono, they put him in a good position for the second race, and he did. Can he pull off the... I hope that Larson doesn't pass him as well. I can't see this battle. How about you show us the battle, NBC? You know? Three to go. Show us that battle then, please. Why aren't you showing us the damn battle if it's so freaking important? Okay, there's the 24. He's nowhere close to the 42. Where's the 40? Okay, there's the 42. Maybe. Oh, the 42 got loose coming off, but that's a wide gap. So, I mean, the 42 would have to have a miserable lap. Oh, well, I say that, and see that, he closed in pretty hard. All right, he closed in really hard coming off of turn 2, and he's got 1.5 laps left. 28 feet, 26, all the way down, he dives low. Come on, come on, come on. He's clear of the 42, and now Byron is the lucky dog. So now I gotta hope that Hamlin doesn't pass Ricky Stenhouse. Come on, just please don't pass the 47. Okay, the 47 is 3 cars ahead of the 11. Okay, by sheer attrition, it looks like Byron will stay on the lead lap, and Chase is able to unlap himself thanks to this 4 fresh tires. Coming off of turn number 4, Denny Hamlin will win stage 2. Kyle Busch is second, and then third place goes to Reddick. Truex is fourth. Fifth goes to Blaney, I think. Or not. No, Logano, actually. I can't tell because it's taking forever. Then Keselowski, Kurt Busch, Harvick, Austin Dillon, and Bubba! Okay, 7 playoff drivers got points. I'll go write that down and I'll be right back. We got the second stage. I can set a point.
At USAA, we've been called too exclusive because we were created for officers. But as we've evolved with the military, we've grown to serve all who've honorably served, no matter their rank or when they were in. A Marine just out of basic, or a petty officer from 73, and even his kids and their kids. USAA is made for all who've honorably served and their families. Are we still exclusive? Absolutely. And that's exactly why you should join.
Some like you to think they still build the best trucks. But according to just about anybody who's handing out a trophy, Ram currently builds the best trucks. So if you're shopping for a truck today, here it is. If you're shopping in the past, well, good luck with that. Ram, the top brand in new vehicle quality in the entire automotive industry.
Get 0% financing for 72 months on select Ram 1500 models, or $3,550 in total values on Ram 1500 Bighorn.
Talladega isn't fair. Just let the world's fastest roulette wheel do what it does best. Choose one winner and leave the rest of the field in a heartache. The NASCAR playoffs continue in Talladega next Sunday.
Okay, almost done. I just gotta.
This is my wallet before. This is my rich wallet.
It's smaller, lighter, and a lot more convenient than my old leather wallet.
And helps me get rid of all the junk that
Why don't I have an eraser?
The Ridge is a huge upgrade. Get your Ridge wallet at Ridge.com.
If you've got a military, first responder, or law enforcement background, GovX.com is for you. Members save on epic brands and the gear they need for on and off-duty lives. Signing up is fast, easy, and totally free. If you qualify, visit GovX.com.
Whether you're playing, coaching, or cheering, Sports Engine Gear has everything you need to get game ready. Team leaders can select, order, and ship full uniform kits and custom jerseys directly to every athlete. Plus, coaches and fans can showcase their team pride with logoed hats, sweatshirts, face coverings, and more. All shipped fast from your own online team store. Buy it, wear it, love it. On SportsEngineGear.com.
I watch track of points.
NASCAR on NBCSN is brought to you by Ram.
That's great. I just need, of course, I need to forget.
Motor Trend Truck of the Year 3 years in a row. And by South Point Hotel, Casino, and Spa, where the racers stay in Las Vegas. And as they do every year, South Point brought their usual Las Vegas flair to South Point 4 race weekend. Saw the famed Budweiser Clydesdales, Travers Riley Herbst, Kurt Busch, as well as SNL alum and South Point showroom performer Jim Brewer, part of the weekend. Field getting ready to come to pit road. Those that have planned out coming to pit road here, not having to potentially take the wave around. The free pass went to the 24 of William Byron. So he was in the right position. So Larson, Chastain, Blaney, Busher, all a lap down. Matt Benedetto also a lap down. Kelly.
Denny Hamlin picks up another playoff point by winning that stage, and he said the 11 car was much better than
Okay, I got the order right when this is to calculate the margin.
They'll adjust for that. His teammate Kyle Busch said they went too far on their last adjustment, and his race car was just way too tight. Too tight throughout the whole quarters. Work on your tires, Dave.
7 stage points there for Martin Truex Jr. Jason Long calling for the old double adjustment. We got to get that splitter off the ground. We have to free you up as well. He'll get 4 Goodyear tires, snow go fuel, and we'll see if the double, there it goes, wrenching both sides, helps this driver.
Hamlin able to hold on to that top spot, and Martin Truex Jr. gains a couple spots on pit road.
Eye contact, elbow pump. Very nice, Andrew. Very nice. Next, apparently Carvana doesn't have any bogus fees.
Bogus? No, we work hard for those fees.
All right, here's the new point settings to my calculations.
$600 dock fee? Ugh, the printing, the organizing.
No, $200 cleaning fees.
Microfiber, that chaps my hands. You know, we should go over there right now and
What the?
show them how the fees are done.
Damn! Why do I have a 22 and a 22? 24 is there.
I need to try it first.
The great thing about the app is we're going to get happy hour pricing.
Okay.
Drinks. That's right. No matter what time. It's happy hour.
In my mind, I'm not factoring in their positions as they are now. I only do that at the end of the race.
Anything that is half price tastes twice as good, right? Right.
I thought I was managing my moderate to severe Crohn's disease. Then I realized something was missing. Me. My symptoms were keeping...
Uh-oh. Joey Gase is being taken to the medical center for further evaluation. That is bad.
Prescribed biologic for people with Crohn's disease. The majority of people on Humira saw significant symptom relief in as little as 4 weeks. And many achieve remission that can last.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections, serious and sometimes fatal infections, including tuberculosis. heart failure. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB, hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Be there for you and them. Ask your gastroenterologist about Humira. With Humira, remission is possible.
Sunday night football going on right now, and Packers right now leading the 49ers 10-0. Rodgers to Adams, a 1-yard TD pass. Devontae Adams with that, and that puts them up 10-0. There was a 54-yard field goal already. Crosby to add to that. I want to check in with DJ and Brad on the Peacock Pit Box.
You know, DJ, we've seen a lot of mistakes on pit road today. I mean, more than usual. And, you know, how does travel affect that? I mean, these guys coming out here to Vegas from the East Coast, how could that affect what's happening today?
Yeah, you know, there's a 3-hour time difference. They don't come in on Thursdays anymore to get acclimated a little bit more. Plus, it is Vegas. I'm sure that, you know, some of them, not saying they stayed out late. It's just a matter of...
Yeah, Joey Case being transported to a hospital for evaluation. It was a really hard hit. Wait, apparently I'm looking at also Twitter. Apparently Truex got a ton of boos at Garbage Reductions. Wow.
Is that what's happening here in Vegas? Let's take a look at the Cup playoff standings presented by Xfinity. And again, if you're below that line, 8 at the end of the Roval, which is 2 races away, then you are eliminated from the round of 12. You will not advance to the round of 8, and the playoffs would be over for you. So right now, Denny's showing as the leader of the race. Any race winner has that opportunity to advance into the next round. Earlier, we saw Joey Gase, the left rear tire come off, slamming into the wall, a very hard hit. He was evaluated in the infield care center. They have now transported him for further evaluation to a local hospital here in the Vegas.
I see also people talking about on Twitter. Someone, Brendan Keeler, probably one of the biggest Truex fans, and among the popular NASCAR Twitter users, talking about how good of a guy he is, and how he was at the Glen after his appearance. He stayed out after and signed everything. I can actually confirm that because I was at the Glen and I was at the appearance, and he did sign literally anything and everything that was given to him. All right, I know that's my deal.
Two playoff drivers up front fighting for that top spot.
Truex in the lead, along with Hamlin and Kyle Busch, I believe, there. Yeah. 9 coming roaring along the inside to pass Harvick and Blaney. He's diving real low, kind of like how Byron had passed for the lead earlier. Of course, that's everything I can compare it to. Oh yeah, I didn't even notice Reddick up there. Thank you for pointing that out, Rick Allen. Storming 3 wide to get back there. Look at that 3 wide going into turn 1. Look at that artistry. You know what I mean. Look at that. That's beautiful. Harvick trying to rough his way around the 8. Yeah, welcome to the frickin' 550 horsepower.
Here comes Reddick once again to the inside. This was for second.
Action's picking up as the sun's gone down.
Alrighty, yes it is, and I'm here for it.
In the shade, heading down into turn 3. Still a little sunlight on turn 3, turn 4 in the shade. And how about some different names? We see right there, Kurt Busch.
Hopefully Byron and Larson and Bowman can make their ways back up. Oh yeah, Bubba! Where did he come from? I just got passed. Let's say that he just get passed for 9th.
low as 25th. Currently running in the top 10 in that 9th spot. Highest he's been today, 8th, but a great run right now for the 23-11 team. The 23 of Bubba Wallace.
Is that Chase Briscoe up there in 11th? Yes, it is.
Chase Briscoe, no practice. Rookie driver coming in here. What a challenge. But days like this, running this well gives you so much confidence.
The 8 of Tyler Reddick is not letting Denny Hamlin go. Shock, I won't listen. Wasn't surprised when Tyler Reddick was good in the sunlight. Dale Jr., you know, here, Homestead around the top, but track's cooling. This 8 car is looking good.
And that was interesting when he entered turn 3. He was right behind the 11, and you guys have talked about that dirty air and how it affects him. You could see how Tyler Reddick lost the momentum.
Got 96 laps to go. Now 95 to go. Reddick up in 2nd place. Come on, dude. Can you get around Hamlin to try and contest for your first win? It would follow a suitable pattern of this weekend. They see, yeah, Byron. Yeah. And he's just, and now Byron seeking the 5. It also says he's passing the 10 of Eric Almirola with that nice Mobile 1 car. Yeah, and that looks like, it looks like a diaper on the 12. Oh, why? It looks like a frickin' diaper. Nice move by Blaney to a 3-wide pass. But Chris Buescher in the way. Oh, jeez, that's not going to be good. And he's got it. Yeah, but it looks like there's a freaking diaper plastered onto the car because this is the shape of it. As long as there's no shit. I believe there's Bell still a lap down. All right.
Flag run to end stage 2, so that was the longest green flag run we've seen today. But as you mentioned, Steve, the possibility of this thing going green all the way to the end is out there, and there's still 92 laps to go as we see the 9 and the 4 side by side.
Oh boy. Please be civil.
Trying to stay in contact. He can't stay right on the rear bumper of Chase Elliott.
He's just all over the wall. Entered the corner really high, right against the wall. Even a big radius. It's going to get him tons of speed right here on the front straightaway. His brother's trying to go with him.
Little right front damage to that 1 car. Kurt Busch. As he goes around Kevin Harvick.
See, once again, Harvick's car is starting to fade on the long run. Hang with him for a little while, then they just start getting away from him.
I don't know. Suarez is also running in the top 15. How about that?
We mentioned earlier, Alex Palou winning IndyCar Series Championship. That's a Chip Ganassi Racing entry, as well as the one here of Kurt Busch.
Alrighty. Oh, we're going NASCAR nonstop. That's what Rick Allen would say.
These are the people who work on the front lines.
So again, I hope you're all enjoying the stream. If you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to do so, because I'll be doing this every weekend. And next weekend is freaking Talladega. So you're going to bet I'm going to be freaking out over everything. And I'm sure that'll be entertaining for the masses. But again, that's secondary to the enjoyment of you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream. Me and my cartoonish reactions.
Built right for first responders. Raw power is an iron fist. Ram power puts it in a velvet glove. Raw power lifts with its legs. Ram power also lifts with its brains. Raw power gets it done. Ram power does what's never been done before by anyone. Discover Ram power during Ram Power Days.
Get 0% financing for 72 months on select Ram 1500 models, or $3,550 in total values on Ram 1500 Bighorn.
Check that out. Internet that's one step ahead.
Alrighty.
Yeah? Well, mine's always got my back.
I'll sing a little ditty while we're waiting for the commercial to be over. Rolling around at the speed of sound. Got places to go, gotta follow my rainbow. Whoa, Byron top 10, nice. Can't stick around, have to keep moving on. Guess what lies ahead? Only one way to find out. Must keep on moving ahead. No time for guessing, follow my plan instead. Trusting in what you can't see. Take my lead, I'll set you free. Follow me, set me free. Trusting that we will escape from the city. I'll make it through. Follow me. Set me free. Trusting that we will escape from the city. I'll make it through. Prove it to you. Follow me. Woo. Yeah, because I'm so bored. I'm singing Sonic songs. Whoa.
At least we did one thing right. It's only natural to wonder, what if?
What ifs? I don't want to think about that. That's a great way to get stuck in the past. I have my share of those, but I'm not going to talk about those on a NASCAR stream. 85 laps to go right now.
You're watching the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs. It's the South Point 400, first race of the round of 12. Playoffs already have eliminated 4 drivers. Now this second round, 4 more will be eliminated, and one potentially could.
Byron up to 9th. Oh, wow. More water.
Want to go through the field, brought to you by DoorDash.
DoorDash. Nothing like rooms, nothing like ordering in. Frankly, this race is actually really critical for those playoff drivers, because I think it's as NRF would refer to it. This is the wild card round. This is your about as basic a track as you can get, because then you've got Talladega, which is high risk for wrecking, and then a road course. And then, frankly, now we have more road courses than short tracks. So.
We solved things in our 550 package at mile-and-a-half tracks, and we're running a whole lot better before we came here. We expect to run well tonight. Reddick is second. Martin Truex Jr. in the playoffs and advancing the first round for a win from Richmond Raceway. Hopes he can do the same here tonight.
Alrighty, 82 to go. Hamlin has not been able to get away from Tyler Reddick a ton, which is pleasing. If Reddick can win, it would be awesome. The only thing I am curious about now, of course, part of me is always gonna be thinking about the stats of my channel. I managed to get to net 3 subs on my truck stream, which is the most I've ever netted on a stream. I'm wondering if I can match that or pass it. I did get 2, and I'm very thankful, but that's always in the back of your mind, wondering, can I get this out to more people? Do they enjoy it? The enjoyment being the most important thing. Alright, anyway, we're still going through the field, and we're about to get to Kurt Busch, who is having a nice run today. It sucks that he was eliminated from the playoffs, now that he's running well today. Keselowski having tired. You know what? We're in the end game. Oh my god. Hey, there's Byron. Damn, he passed him past for 8th. Harvick for 8th, and he just came out of nowhere. I'd love nothing more than to watch this freaking rainbow go to victory lane. It's been 20 years since 24 car won at Las Vegas. Oh, man. Yeah, the last time was 2001, UAW Daimler Chrysler 400, the third race of 2001, and Jeff Gordon's final Winston Noble 5 win, which is the equivalent of like the Winston Million, or it's like the Dash for Cash for Cup back then. If you finished in the top 5 of a Winston Noble 5 race, you would be eligible for the next one. If you're eligible and you won, you received $1 million. And Gordon was the only driver to win it 4 times, the most of any of the drivers, as it ran from 1998 to 2002.
This would be a huge step for RCR.
It's a huge step, but also you gotta think they would be absolutely disappointed because they just barely missed advancing into this round. But when you don't advance, the one thing you want to go out there and do is prove you belong. So winning a race here or anywhere else before the end of the season for a non-playoff driver is a big, big statement.
Well, we've seen it. The truck race was won by Christian Eckes. He's not in the playoffs. Xfinity race run by Josh Berry.
Yeah, I'd love it if Reddick could continue that. We might not get a 1-2 finish for RCR. Yeah. Also, I think it's ought to say, at this point, if there's a car that's going to win, it's probably going to be Hamlin holding off Reddick, Reddick getting his win, or the 24 car. That 24 car is a freaking lightning bolt. Ka-chow. Like, if he wins, I'm going to go ka-chow. There's Byron passing Kurt Busch for 6th. Now he's got to track down his brother, Kurt's brother Kyle for 5th, about half a second ahead. Come on, Reddick. All right, looks like we're going nonstop for the whole rest of the race, which is wonderful.
Every customer has their own safe light story. This couple loves camping adventures, and their SUV is always there with them. So when their windshield got a chip, they wanted it fixed fast. They drove to Safe Light Auto Glass for a guaranteed same-day in-shop repair. We repaired the chip before it could crack, and with their insurance, it was no cost to them. Really? That's service you can trust when you need it most.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
We get out, fire it up, hook big ones. We get out and rip them. We track them down. So crack a Mountain Dew. Get out and do.
Okay, I'm up. 5 more minutes. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
No pressure from behind. 5 seconds. Trying to win his first championship.
It's never been about racing anyone else.
$70 to go now. Or actually 70. Now it's going to be 70 to go. But Tyler Reddick's not letting Hamlin out of his sight.
But as we've evolved with the military, we've grown to serve all who've honorably served, no matter their rank or when they were in. A Marine just out of basic, or petty officer from 73, and even his kids and their kids. USAA is made for all who've honorably served and their families. Are we still exclusive? Absolutely. And that's exactly why you should join.
Oh, it looks like I think I saw just now that Byron got past Kyle Busch.
Throw around 12 playoff drivers at over 200 miles an hour, and let's see the world's fastest roulette wheel do what it does best. No way. Choose one winner and leave the next Sunday on NBC.
Well, all right, we're getting down to nighttime. I like day to night transition races because it's a cool effect, and it forces the driver to have to adjust the car. All right.
Experiment a little bit. Well, I'm guessing that he wasn't expecting 51 to give him so much of a challenge there.
Oh, Cody Ware. Why am I not surprised?
This lap is going to be a good half a second slower or more than Denny Hamlin. Call it a second.
Lost a second there. Tyler Reddick is. We see.
Not the 48 getting a lap. Oh wait, no, they're just stuck back there. Larson has been stuck back in the mid-10s. There's Chastain. Oh, I think.
He did on lap 153, but so did Blaney. Blaney's gotten himself up to 9th. Larson's only the 14th. Really led 95 the first 152 laps, but it's been a struggle, Dave.
Yeah, that's 5 positions forward since restart.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Yeah. The 51 held up the 8 enough to the fact that now he's 1.5 seconds back. Hamlin better hope he doesn't have a bad caution.
Another thing that's hurting Kyle Larson's progression here is the track. Start of the race, junior 120, down to 109. You see on the bottom left, currently 99 degrees. I think as that track cools, all of the cars that you have mentioned all night are now handling better, right? So now Larson has to kind of find his way with just pure speed, not better handling than some of his opponents.
Yeah, some of the advantage goes away as everybody is able to get more throttle, put more throttle down for a longer period of time.
All right.
But everything gets better. The sun's out of your eyes. The temperature drops. If your car's uncomfortable and warm, that improves.
Okay.
Everybody's car just gets a little faster, and I think that gets more frustrating for a driver because
I'm going to be one more pit stop before the race is over.
what you can do to try to take advantage of somebody really goes away. Kelly.
Checking in again on Christopher Bell, who is back in that free pass position. The first car 1 lap down, and they certainly have shown a lot more speed as of late. But talking to crew chief Adam Stevens, he said, we've had speed all throughout these playoffs. He felt like in that first round they didn't have a car that was worse than about a 6th place car, but they had a loose wheel, they had a cut tire, they had other issues that kept them from getting the finishes that they felt that they deserved at least at a couple of those tracks. He said, I don't expect a lot of those issues
Oh,
to
jeez.
themselves, but you see the damage that
Let's see. Stats on Bell, 2017 Truck Series champion. His first playoff appearance in his 2nd year. And he won at the road course in February, and he has 5 top 5 finishes this season, including a runner-up at New Hampshire. I believe he also had a top 5, another top 5 at Richmond, I think, and a top 5 at Road America.
Veteran 8th, 9th, 10th position. He can run that speed. If he can get the lucky break, get himself back in the lead lap, I think he can have a decent point night. They have enough speed, but of course, they're going to have to get that caution for it to work out.
Yeah, they got to have that opportunity to kind of get back in the lead lap, a couple restarts, see if he can gain those positions back. 62 laps to go. They're inside the fuel window to make it to the finish. You see Daniel Suarez in 99 coming on the pit road. He was running inside the top 15, I think in the 13th position.
44 also came to pit road. He was actually in the free pass position, but on pit road now he won't be any longer, and so Christopher Bell back into that free pass position.
So now it's really, when do you think you need to come? This is only a 40 laps on this current run, so they have fuel to run longer. But we saw earlier when Chase Elliott pitted and come out on that new tires how much faster he was in the field. So there's opportunity to gain time and get your opponents if you came to pit road early.
So many times these drivers are looking at other drivers' lines to figure out where they're gaining speed or what's the
60 laps to go now.
into the 19.
One lane off the bottom in 1 and 2, and one lane off the wall and off 3, 4.
I just slide the front and that rubber, and that, that dark black rubber, one lane off the bottom of 3 and 4. I just slide the front through it too, bud.
Great coaching back and forth. I love the driver asking, willing to try different things, finding out where the faster car is at, and then giving feedback to why his car can't run there. So now he knows where the 11's running, but his car's not happy to run in that location, so he has to search around. But that might give James Small a little bit of insight. He probably knows what the 11 has for a setup, where they're at on air pressure. Can he make a tweak or an adjustment to allow Truex to run that preferred lane if that's where they feel they need to be?
And Steve, it's such important information because, you know, when you're sitting on the pit box or you're the spotter, you're like, hey, the leader's running here. Why don't you? Right? It looks simple. Like, just run where the leader's going. Well, he'd like to, but he can't. His car isn't good enough. And that's where they're thinking they need to fix it. We know the pace works because Hamlin's making it work.
And potentially one more stop, one more change.
Potentially, there will be one more stop.
Cars as they're closing in. Actually, right now in that pit window, that they could make it all the way on fuel. How long will some of these guys run it? Will they run it all the way down to 50 laps to go?
Probably not. It sounds like a good way to get stuck, given the last set of pit stops. There's Kyle Busch.
Are you going to come early? Here you go. Las Vegas native Kyle Busch, probably one of the best on and off pit road. Comes to pit road now, get some fresh tires and try to leapfrog the competition, Kelly.
Oh, please give him a penalty so you can give him a quote for radioactive.
No surprise that this move by Kyle Busch has brought his teammate, the 19 of Truex. Truex running near the front, Dave. He'll bring all the leads to pit road.
Hello, yes he will. Ice was a word that Martin Truex also used. Not a lot James Small can do for that.
All right, Truex on pit road. Bubba, Ryan Newman, Alex Bowman, Chase Briscoe. Eric Almirola on. Anthony Alfredo on. Byron on. Elliott on.
Chase Elliott on pit road now, so is William Byron. Dave.
Yep, Byron said his car was getting a little bit tight as that run went along. Chase is pretty happy with the 9 car. You saw him battling well, so these two Chevrolets getting the attention of their crew. We'll see if the 24 can get a solid pit stop now after having
Yes, that would be wonderful. Oh, 14.3 for the 24. 13.1 is not decent for the 13. Oh, god damn. Why is this team so freaking... The 24 is the worst pit crew on the side. Anyway, Harvick's on pit road. Ryan Blaney was on pit road. He's getting off now. Logano is on. Larson's on. Hamlin and Reddick are yet to pit. Oh, Hamlin's on. Like, wait, the Bowman speed? Because he was just on pit road. Reddick is the current leader. And so McLeod just, I think, went on the pit road. See, all the fans are down at the front just to get it going to the action. As you can see now, we're coming more into nighttime, so you can see the paint shining more. I saw that. I know it. I know it.
DJ said it earlier today before the race even began. You can't make mistakes. You especially can't make 2 mistakes.
I'm a little surprised that Reddick didn't try to come before Denny Hamlin. He, not being a playoff car, I thought he could have pushed the issue. Said, Hamlin, see if you dare gamble, because we're going to come right now. He's actually choosing the opposite, staying on the racetrack. So he's hoping for a yellow. Look on the left-hand side. Almost the whole field will lap down. If Tyler Reddick gets a yellow right here, everybody will get the wave by. He'll be basically racing no one on fresh tires other than him and Brad Keselowski. There you go. Pit, pit, pit.
8 cars pitting.
5 back pressure tires. So it wasn't sorry, Rick, it wasn't a fuel line. Just want to make sure that was clear. He said it's falling off a cliff pace-wise, and so they said bring it to pit
50 to go.
With those fresher tires, going to go by as Tyler Reddick's going to make that left turn and get onto pit road. And he'll give up the lead and head to his crew. Dave.
Bringing that Chevrolet down to see the attention of the Richard Childress Racing crew for this driver. Again, made improvements to the package that races on these mile-and-a-half tracks throughout the year, and it's now given Tyler a chance to shine in the playoffs after missing out last week. 2 points was all it was that kept him from advancing to the round of 12. They'd like to get a win and show off their skills before this year's over.
You see the same Tyler Reddick continuing to finish his pit stop. We're going to kind of show you where Denny Hamlin is. You mentioned the opportunity maybe to pit early. Well, unfortunately for Tyler Reddick, it was a 2-second gap. Well, here's Hamlin coming by at 180 miles an hour, and there is
Yeah.
Reddick on the apron.
Loses a ton of time here.
Trying to catch a yellow. They didn't catch that yellow. And for that reason, Denny Hamlin is going to have a very big lead over, it's actually not even going to be Reddick. I think it might even be Chase Elliott, because the 8 of Reddick ran so long on the racetrack.
Keselowski hasn't come to pit road yet, so he's being scored as the race leader. Austin Dillon has stayed out there as well. Those two are being scored in front of Hamlin right now.
And Brad stays on the racetrack another lap. It's just like the Hail Mary pass for a team like Brad, who's sitting right at your cut line there.
Yeah, Keselowski at this point saying a yellow right now, and it would change our
Notice
entire
Bell hasn't pit either because he is not actually 7th. That's for sure. All right, Keselowski hasn't had a great season after his win at Talladega, so you don't know what he's going to do.
So Keselowski leads, but when he
When will the caution come out, Ross Belkin? I have no idea. It might not, and I'm fine with that. Some races are just not meant to go all the way. I mean, not go all the way. They're not meant to have that many cautions, just like at Richmond. I think the racing has still been at least decent.
Holy mackerel! When you take a look at it, see that full extension by Becky? Let's go back to the act.
Oh! At this point, it's anyone's bouquet. Up next, the garter toss.
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
We've broken world records and glued millions to their seats. And still, we're not done yet. Hispanic Heritage Month. Come with us.
If you've served in the military, first responder, or law enforcement communities, then join GovX.com. On GovX.com, you'll find all the gear you need for your on- and off-duty life.
Why do they have to go to it? Why can't they go side by side?
Free at GovX.com.
This is my wallet before, and this is my rich wallet.
It's smaller, lighter, and a lot more convenient than my old leather wallet.
And helps me get rid of all the junk that I've collected over the years.
The Ridge is a huge upgrade. Get your Ridge.
Someone is going to have a Larson stage 2. NASCAR is showing 30 laps to the left end of the stage and then boom, stage end. Larson had to pit near the end of the stage because he didn't have enough fuel, and that resulted in him finishing the stage around 19th or 20th, a lap down. So he had to take the wave around, and that was why he was so far back, starting with stage 3. That's what happened. Hope that clears that up. Ellie, all the Hendrick cars, I think, were in the same situation, except Chase was able to unlap himself, and Byron was able to get the free pass, which put them in better positions. No! Come on! Really? Really? Ah, come on! No! 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 You gotta be kidding me. It's like Darlington all over again, except this time he didn't crash. Come on! Yes, just put right side tires. God damn! Oh my god. Pity sub? I don't even know. God damn, man. Oh, I don't. Okay, the app messed up. Seriously, though? Really, NASCAR? Couldn't you have any... it's so annoying. Question, is your parents learning you how to drive? Is your parents learning you how to drive? I don't know what English class you took. Sorry. I am a grown-ass man. I can... Oh, jeez, you almost bodied the frickin'... Wait, oh! Is he gonna unlap himself like this? Oh, God.
The struggle for Dillon, he's just second and a half off on old tires. I understand the call. They're searching for that caution. But I think in the next handful of laps, he's going to pit. And then the battle instantly goes to Hamlin, Elliott, Truex, Kyle Busch.
Man.
They'll be the top 4 cars.
We just saw William Byron on pit road with a cut tire. I reported that Alex Bowman had a loose wheel. Well, now they're saying he had a puncture. So 2 flat tires over the last several laps.
Then he Hamlin up against the wall. Chase Elliott running down along the bottom of the racetrack. Those 2 separated.
I don't know what to say. Byron's luck has no bounds. And that just... Oh, man. Are you kidding me? He had one of the best cars. It's up to Elliott now. Man. Austin Dillon finally pitting. Drive safe, kids. Yeah, I'm not a kid. Unless you're talking about Byron, and then it's funnier. I'm overseas, so you cannot watch the live NBC feed. Oh, okay. Hopefully you're enjoying my commentary. And I hope you stick around for more next weekend at Talladega, for next weekend at Talladega.
Making those choices are really important for all these guys. Think about that call from the 9 of Alan Gustafson. I question it. I think we understood what it was, but then we didn't think he had.
I also hope you'll consider subscribing.
The 9 has all this speed to unlap himself.
That's up to you. All right. Damn, what is it with loose wheels and playoff drivers for this race now? Bowman, Byron, So are you gonna pit for that? Please. Don't remind... Wait. Huh? Or maybe Bell... Okay, maybe Bell did get in the back in the lead lap and I didn't realize. Damn! Kyle Busch now with a possible problem. You know, his margin right now is 25 over the cut line.
Drivers are running over debris. Where is this debris on the racetrack? That has gotten to be so frustrating. We've had a lot of tire punctures. We've had a lot of holes knocked in the grills, damage to the front of these race cars that these teams have had to patch.
Yeah, I guess that is interesting. Like, Blaney had damage that required him to patch up his hood like a, his grill like a diaper. Multiple tires having wheel problems. You know. I figured Bowman and Byron were the odd men out for the Chase Final Four. Byron had a better chance, but the Final Four will be Larson, Busch, Hamlin, and Elliott. Hey, Austin Higgins, nice to see you, dude. Nice. Hopefully you're having a good night. As for my Final Four, I think it's going to be Hamlin, Elliott, Larson, and Harvick. I thought Bowman was going to go out this round. Well, Byron was going to go out in the round of 8. Of course, I'm not psychic, so I can't see things like this happening.
Subway has so much news, so they asked the fastest guy they could find to tell you now you can eat fresh and fast.
Flat tire for Willie B. God damn. Why did it have to happen? But it happened. It sucks.
And savings like that will make everyone feel like an MVP. Now get new lower auto rates with Allstate. Because better protection.
I know, man. I feel the pain. I feel the pain. Well, he's 21st, a lap down. And his only hope is a caution, which I kind of don't want. Because I hope he can pass enough cars to salvage his finish. Although I'd like to see Harvick in there, being as we are both from California. I think Busch and Hamlin have more consistency. Yeah. I mean, actually, Harvick's had a pretty good season just from average finish-wise. But I guess, I mean, Kyle Busch has had a couple problems the last few races, though. From crashing at Darlington to that flat tire Bristol to having a speeding penalty, I think, at Richmond. As soon as I see y'all, come back if you're still after the race and watching the race with my family. Of course, of course.
It's heavy metal football versus a well-orchestrated symphony. It's heart-pounding, full-throttle excitement against a calm, tactile tempo. It's Liverpool, Man City. Wake up with
Always fun to come by, have fun here, and stay safe, y'all. Thank you, dude.
Says it is chaotic when you go there. You have the Roval next. Those are the last two races in this round of 12. Drivers, we've talked about this. A lot of times you go to those racetracks, it feels like it's out of your hands.
Well, with the package that we have in the series today, I think your chance of crashing in Talladega or getting involved in a wreck is above 50%, maybe somewhere around 80%. That's not appealing if you're a playoff driver. You need to race, and you need to race for stage points, so you got to put yourself up in the middle of chaos all day long. You really don't want to. And then you got to try to win the race or finish.
Elliott's a second back of Hamlin. Vegas has not been kind to Elliott. Or can he tame it? Byron's back in the top 20. How's Bowman? Last check he was 23rd. He is still in 23rd. The last car, one lap down. Oh, Bell is in 25th position. Okay, so I was right about where he was. See, yeah, Bell's 2 laps down. And my dad's pointing out that Hamlin is pulling away. Gee, yeah, because there's no lap traffic right now. But he's coming up to some right now. Well, speak of the devil, the lapped car of the 48, Alex Bowman. Oh God, the 18, the 19, and the 51. Oh boy. I'm sorry, Busch's luck may be the difference for him come the Final Four. I think he and Hamlin are the biggest threats at Phoenix if they make it there. I mean, yeah, I think Kevin Harvick's a bigger threat at Phoenix. That's what I think. And Bowman getting put 2 laps down. Yeah. Oh no, I think, well, we'd have to see.
Well, it's interesting because I had a conversation with crew chief Chris Gabehart along those lines because remember, Hamlin won 7 races last year. Compare that
Come on, Chastain, please block. I want the 9 to catch up. Ah, damn it. It's gonna come down to a caution, I bet, if there is one. 13 cars in the lead lap, last one being De Benedetto. There's Elliott 1.6 seconds back. I see Byron probably passed for 19th, given that he's now 5 points below the cut line instead of 6.
We talk about how this race, cars kind of race like a plate race, like a Daytona or Talladega, and who's the best at that? Right now, who's the best in the field? I would say it's Denny Hamlin. And so
Bowen and Byron will have to win to make it in. Especially for tonight, they just won't be able to point their way in as it sits now. I mean, Talladega's a wild card, so that's not necessarily true. Like, if I remember last year, I know Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, and Martin Truex Jr. were all involved in the same wreck. Logano, Kurt Busch, that's 5 of the drivers. It could be possible. I mean, Bowman pointed himself in to the round of 8 last year. I wouldn't say it's out of the equation. If you can survive Talladega, you might have a shot. 19 laps to go.
Because this is going to start to slow Denny Hamlin down. It's Chase Elliott's best opportunity to try to run him down.
And the laps are running out. He's coming up on 18 laps to go in this race. As you mentioned, Denny Hamlin starting to catch Matt De Benedetto in that 21, Chase Briscoe in the 14. And the gap there, 1.7 seconds back to Chase Elliott. So what Chase Elliott had eaten away to under a second has grown back to 1.7 seconds. Denny Hamlin trying to get momentum here as these playoffs continue.
As both these cars are now, Denny was in a lot of traffic here, now kind of in pretty much a similar situation, and Denny's able to match the lap time on the 9 car. And I just haven't seen that long run speed. Chase way up the racetrack looking for some pace.
And if you're Denny Hamlin at this point, all you're trying to hope for is 17 green flag laps. You don't want to caution, a restart, pit stops, just so many opportunities. Currently on our longest green flag on the day, 84 laps. Here's what you talked about, Jeff. 3 wide with lap cars entering the bottom of turn 3. That's just a little bit.
Briscoe goes a lap down. De Benedetto now be the last car in the lead lap in 12.
Briscoe not being able to fight him 2, 3, and 4 to stay on his right side.
Problem is just that it's a wild card. I wouldn't be surprised if at least 3 to 4 cars in the chase will get caught up in a wreck. Could happen to any position in the track to boot. Yeah, but that's why I'm saying it doesn't. You don't know which 3 or 4 cars are going to get wrecked, so you don't necessarily have to point yourself in at Talladega.
There's not a lot of lap cars in front of Denny now. If one of them pits to his inside there, there's only 3 lap cars on the next third of a lap. So over these next few laps, he's going to have pretty clean air and the opportunity to really maybe stretch his lead.
Another guy that we have talked about because he was a part of the playoffs when they started, Tyler Reddick, running in the top 5.
Reddick, man, in my opinion, the best of his class, the 2019, the 2020 rookie class. So consistent, so good. Yeah, he's the only one of his rookie class that doesn't have a win, besides John Nemechek. But, or Half or Poole, I guess. But, I mean, Reddick is just so consistent.
A flat tire at Richmond is really the only reason I think Kurt Busch isn't advanced into this round.
14 to go. Like, Elliott was able to close in by about, I think, half a second. Harvick has slipped back a bit, and that's allowed Byron to move into the up position.
I would say the thing that I think about when I think about Kurt Busch or Chip Ganassi is it's been until 2 seasons. They had like a first half where they had no pace. They were a 25th place team, and then all of a sudden they had pace. They had great speed in their cars. They've been really quick ever since. And I think the inability for Kurt to get any playoff points or really position himself better for the playoffs. Having such a difficult first half of the year is what hurt him the most.
Doing pretty good with some heavy right front damage. I didn't see that. I knew he had some quarter panel damage from contact coming to pit road with the 20. But it looks like the right front fender has a pretty decent dent right in the middle of it. Hard to tell with that flat black paint.
Oh, jeez.
Right to the right of that one.
Yeah.
Damage to that fender.
Such a fierce competitor. He brings everything he has every lap.
And if I was going to hire a new driver for a new team, he's the guy. Everybody that hired Kurt Busch, he's made their team better. He's
Oh, man. Oh, Byron looks like he passed for 18th because Keselowski didn't lose his position.
I don't know how he does it, but everywhere he goes, he improves the situation, and I think he's an
I
amazing.
mean, meant to got past Almirola. Next car he's got to pass is Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Yep. Bowman, the first car, 2 laps down.
Alex Bowman, the 48, has had a good car and good pace. We can't blame it on that. It was an unfortunate flat tire during the green flag pit stops and made him hit a second time. And for that reason, currently 22nd on the racetrack. And that is going to hurt him in the points. You see it on the bottom left.
Bell having an off day, just as being himself on this. Uh-huh.
Points, or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe if you're Bell, you say, I couldn't, there's no better place I'd rather be, Junior.
Yeah, I mean, if I gotta go to Talladega, I want to be way behind. So I can just go for it, man. Every single lap. I don't want to be close. I don't want to be right on top of that cut line. I want to be either
Also, 9 laps to go at Vegas. Like something catastrophic needs to happen to Hamlin now.
The one thing Alex Bowman, if he can get through Talladega with a really good finish, gain a bunch of stage points, he's been really good at the roll. Average finish of better than 5th place. So Alex Bowman, his playoffs, although damaged, he's not out of this thing. He can still get done what he needs to get done.
I think another name that was mentioned in the pre-race show, as far as who had to have a good run, was Kevin
8 to go, by the way.
Needing something here, and right now he's still 6 points below that cutoff line in the 10th position in the point standings.
You know, they earned 6 points so far today through stage points, right? And sitting there running 8th with an
Imagine if like Hamlin blew a tire in the last lap. Wouldn't that be nuts?
the speed that we came to expect from them last year. This isn't a win by any means, but through their problems they've had this year, Steve, this and with the right front fender damage, this hasn't been a catastrophic day. This is a day that they're not in a terrible spot going to Talladega.
Yeah, this is a team in years past we would say they didn't want to go to Talladega or the Roval because they were favored most of the other races. I think this is a year, to your point, that kept themselves close. But to Dale's point, it's going to be stressful. But he's going to have to go down there and find those points and work his way through. Another driver not in the playoffs, currently 12th, Matt DiBenedetto in that 21 car. We said it about 100 laps ago, but it's worth repeating. This is a driver
7 to go.
lined up for next year. So anytime you can run with these playoff guys, maybe
6 to go now.
catch the attention of an owner and somebody will give you an opportunity. So
Alrighty.
Hamlin now coming up on 5 laps to go here in Vegas. When you go to
Alright, there they are.
to be comfortable, you either have to already have a win, or you have to have enough points that it's not going to affect you. Only
The lap now, last car in the lead lap right there. The 21 of DiBenedetto.
because he's up front with only 5 laps to go here and
How hard is he going to fight to not get lapped? With 5 to go now.
57 points above the cut line.
after the disappointment of last week, Chase Elliott, I'm sure, would love to go to victory lane and not have to worry about the next two.
I mean, I think he'll probably win the Roval. I mean, then again, he lost Watkins Glen, so what the hell do I know?
5 to go and a little bit of traffic.
If he can't win this race, he'll go to Talladega. Fine, happy. Let's go race, whatever.
That cost Denny just a little bit right there. He had to lift in the middle of the corner and got up on corner exit without really finishing the throttle. He's getting slowed down a little bit right here by a side draft from the 51 car.
Damn, what's the 51 doing?
Slowed Denny down just a bit. Now
A
it's
bit, but not a ton.
about 8/10 of a second the gap between first and second.
And what I learned at Darlington with Kyle Larson and Denny Hamlin is you better watch all the way to the line because Kyle Larson I had ruled out, and then he pulled the video game move.
The 9 is closing. But I don't know if there's enough time left. He's probably going to have to pull off a bonsai. Good lap there. Holy crap. He just chopped down about 0.3 seconds.
Now it's 3 laps to go.
Okay, more back to 0.2.
And what will Chase Elliott do if he can get to
But Hamlin seems like he's pulling away again.
Benedetto is way ahead of Hamlin, so I don't think
And you say that, but he's still pulling. Okay, now Elliott's getting back up here. 0.682. 0.652. Points. Yeah, okay. Wow. Okay. 2 to go. I don't think Elliott's gonna. Maybe. You know, this is making me think of Texas with Gregson versus Harrison Burton. He's getting closer. He might be able to pull this off. He's gonna send it into turn 4 and try and post some ground. Yeah, I can. Yeah, you don't say. 1 lap to go. Can Hamlin do it? There's a bit of lap traffic ahead, but it probably isn't going to make a difference. I think Elliott has used up his stuff here. We're running down the final lap with him. Hamlin trying to hold off. Yep, Denny Hamlin coming around. Won the first race of round 1. He's going to win the first race of round 2. Hamlin wins the South Point 400. Chase Elliott second. And Denny Hamlin's second win of the season and the 46th of his career. And everyone else is so far behind. Kyle Busch in 3rd. Martin Truex 4th. Brian Blaney in 5th. And I assume there's going to be a team prayer like usual. Tyler Reddick, Brad Keselowski, Kurt Busch, Harvick, and Larson to finish at the top 10. Tati, are you celebrating? Ashley Tompkins, are you celebrating? Anyway, wow, that was... it was close, but... Oh, you win this time, JGR. You win this time. Oh, well. You know what? Stuff happens and you can't... but you gotta accept what you got. I'm going to end the stream here as I got to start recording my race reaction / review. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit that like button on the stream and remember to subscribe for more awesome content. I'll be back next weekend for Talladega. Because you can't miss Talladega. Hope you guys have a good night. Have a good one.